Hey, Chris, this is Deshaun real quick. I'll be right back. I gotta go get some. Give him something to work with. To set up.
To work with, right?
Are we going to have two more operators on?
Yeah, this guy, my partner just came from a shoot, so he's coming. I'm gonna have one over here too. So
20 minutes, 20 minutes.
where, right. That special time.
There's a lot more people that are like you and I that are homeless.
Thank you, sir.
I think the picture of homelessness is changing quite a bit. It's not what it used to be. There's a lot more people that are like you and I that are homeless. And what do you think when you see homelessness in America?
We see that there are a lot of rich people and a lot of poor people, and that's very surprising.
Really?
To see this huge difference.
I've been myself.
Every time I see a homeless person, I think I'm very thankful with all good things that come my way.
I think the picture of homelessness is changing quite a bit. It's not what it used to be. There's a lot more people that are like you and I that are homeless. And what do you think when you see homelessness in America?
We see that there are a lot of rich people and a lot of poor people, and that's very surprising.
Really?
To see this huge difference.
I've been myself once upon a time.
Really? What happened?
A road, lost my job. Any day a company can lose everything they have, and you can too. Every day it was a struggle to try to get better.
What if you woke up tomorrow and had no home?
I don't know what I would do. I find a way.
A home is a base, it's like a security. And what do you think we should be doing?
Well, you guys should help them. I don't really know how.
Clara's House is a shelter for homeless and battered women and children. Clara's House opened in 1987 in a donated building from Catholic Charity. This was the rectory. It was during the time and the homeless plight was really great because of the fact that here in Inglewood, the steel mills and Camel Soup and all those places were closing. All of a sudden, hell broke out. People were riding the buses and the L's with children and sleeping in garages, and abandoned buildings, and they were cooking over garbage cans. And Clara's house were supposed to be just a place that people could come, get a sandwich and a bowl of soup. We were just thinking in terms of getting a person out of the cold, getting the kids out of the cold. We were not thinking in terms of what we had to do in order to really have a place for people to live. I don't think anyone among us really knew what a shelter was. It was fine because all of us wanted betterness for our community and for the children in it.
While I was there, Sipka was interviewing applicants. He's hoping to fill 3 more positions in the coming days just in time for grand opening. For the Clara-Thon.
I was at Clara's house about 19 years
very funny or?
Robin's mic, test, Robin's mic.
We got 1 or 2 going so far.
4 minutes.
He's muted up top.
4 minutes.
What? Power. I thought power. They'll just be working over there on the side while we're talking.
Say what?
AC power. You know, really long extension cord.
No electrical instrument.
That's right. Uh-huh.
Which we're just finding out.
Yes. All right, Clara, bring her the makeup. Yep, you can come this way.
Come on, I got you, Jack.
He's got it.
Walsh will take care of it.
How are you? How was the luncheon?
Yeah, we didn't know about
They could have had it tomorrow. I gave me a heart attack.
Okay, if they're. Okay. See, but they can't walk across. No, when they're in between the side. Yeah. So, can we start here? Can they start in this position? Watch yourself. Here now. 3 minutes. 3 minutes. 3 minutes there. This is Josh, stage manager. Ken Tell.
There you go, listen to Roz again. She be giving her conflicting information.
You open it with 2? Okay.
Well, you just said you're looking at the lights out. You want to have the position.
Check,
My
1,
microphone
2.
just
Yo,
got
yo,
turned
yo,
on, I
yo,
do
yo.
believe. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Where's my paper? Okay, I'm going to give you my phone. I'm turning off the ringer. Oh, I can hear myself. It's a wonderful thing. That's a sure sign that something's going on. Oh, ring, them get ringtone sounds. Who what? Energy. Okay, you know what? I know y'all had to fight through the crowd to get in here, but just relax now.
Private viewing audience.
Huh? What do you need? Oh. Shot?
Okay, just so you know, they will be in the shot also, the opening shot, so they'll be there.
Okay.
Just so you know. So we're not really acknowledging, I'm just saying it's a big show, but coming out.
Big
here.
show.
So it's going to come out on the
Something's
wide.
gonna happen.
They're going to be
No problem. Put my piece of paper down.
We just got 2 people with instruments.
That's right.
We're about to go. Random instrument.
Okay.
Random instrumentation.
115, stand by.
All right.
Okay.
I'm nervous.
Like the sound great.
Like a sound check.
You're right. You try to help them out. Huh? We have another opportunity. We will have another opportunity.
Okay.
We'll be like, oh, girl.
Don't, not him.
That's right here.
That's the you, the wide shot.
Okay, stand by. 1 minute out. Are we all set? Are we all set over there? What's that? You've got power, right? Okay, so we're good. 30 out, 30 out.
That's some fun.
20 seconds. Wide shot. Looking straight ahead. Wide shot. 15.
To the open, right? To the open, right?
Every time I see a homeless person, I'm very thankful with all good things that come my way.
I think the picture of homelessness is changing quite a bit. It's not what it used to be. There's a lot more people that are like you and I that are homeless.
And what do you think when you see homelessness in America?
We see that there are a lot of rich people and a lot of poor people, and that's very surprising.
Really?
To see this huge difference.
I've been myself once upon a time.
Really? What happened?
A road, lost my job. Any day a company can lose everything they have, and you can too. Every day it was a struggle to try to get better.
What if you woke up tomorrow and had no home?
I don't know what I would do. I find a way.
A home is a base, it's like a security.
And what do you think we should be doing?
Well, you guys should help them. I don't really know how.
There is a lot that you can actually do to help homelessness, and we're going to let you know how to do that tonight here at the Clara-Thon. Ain't that right, Robin?
That's right. Good evening, everybody. I'm Robin Robinson.
I'm Tony Sculfield.
And we are here. The Clara-Thon, may be a little confusing, the name. Think marathon meets phone-a-thon. And it's named the Clara-Thon after Clara's House Shelter, which has been doing things to help homeless women and children, their families, for the last 26 years in West Englewood on Chicago's South Side. So tonight we're going to raise money. We're raising the roof for Clara's House in the Clara-Thon.
That's right. We got so many acts, performances tonight. It's going to be a great time. And at the same time, we're going to be doing some good for somebody who's been doing great things in our community.
And for those of you who are not familiar with Clara Kirk and Clara's House, the West Englewood United organization, which has been an asset in the Englewood community, all of Chicagoland, really, because people come from all over the area to Clara's House. Emergency shelter beds is something that's really not, they're not plentiful in Chicago. Right. There are facilities, but if you find yourself in a crisis situation, it's not like you have 4 or 5 choices of a nice, a good, a homey, and a safe and secure and warm place to be. So Clara's House has been doing it for a long time. If you're not familiar, take a look at this.
Clara's House is a shelter for homeless and battered women and children. Clara's House opened in 1987 in a donated building from Catholic Charity. This was the rectory. It was during the time and the homeless plight was really great because of the fact that here in Englewood, the steel mills and Camel Soup and all those places were closing. All of a sudden, hell broke out. People were riding the buses and the L's with children and sleeping in garages and abandoned buildings, and they were cooking over garbage cans. And Clara's House were supposed to be just a place that people could come, get a sandwich and a bowl of soup. We were just thinking in terms of getting a person out of the cold, getting the kids out of the cold. We were not thinking in terms of what we had to do in order to really have a place for people to live. I don't think anyone among us really knew what a shelter was. It was fine because all of us wanted betterness for our community and for the children in our community. And that's what Clara's House got its name from. They named Clara's House, not me. Clara's House is a place where women can come to, and it's a safe haven for women and children. I've seen women come to Clara's house in many shapes and fashions, shot up, cut up, beat up. I've known women to cry every day that they were here because they didn't want to be here, didn't have no way out. If a woman comes to Clara's house and she wants to help herself, you got to really want to. Clara's house has, I think it's about 38 rules. And one of the greatest rules is that it's either my way or the highway. Either way you want it. If you want to come here and you want to do your chores and you want to take care of your kids, then okay. No cursing, no fighting, no arguing, no drugs, no drinking, no smoking. It's simple, very simple. You either follow the rules, keep the house clean, take care of the children, see that they fed, see that they're doing what they need to do. You don't want to do that? Go somewhere where it's a flop house. This is not a flop house. This is God's house. You got to want to help yourself. You got to want to prepare yourself for the good things that are in life to come. You have to do what you have to do to help yourself. There's a lot of people, women, don't want to be in shelters, but they have no other alternative. And a lot of people say they're lazy, but no, some people need help. I need help. And because I need help and God has allowed me to help others, I'm grateful for that. I have people that come up to me sometime, they come and say to me, Mrs. Kirk, thank you for what you have done. That Clara's house was a safe haven for me and my children. Clara's house helped me to change my life. That makes me feel really good.
Well, thank you is good, but Clara Kirk is right here to tell us what she really would like to have is your money. Because it's not cheap to house a 56-bed shelter, right?
No, it's not cheap. I need about $400,000 a year.
All right. And it all comes from donations. There's really not funding for emergency shelters of this type any longer. Clara, you've been doing this for 27 years. You're self-taught, not like you went to school and said, I'm going to be a shelter provider.
No, I've never been to school. When I opened Clara's house, I never either been inside of a shelter. I didn't even know they exist. So God is a great teacher.
And a lot of people don't know that Clara has become like a mother figure to so many people. She's even become like my adopted mother, and she's been known to like thunk me in the forehead on several occasions whenever she catches me out of line. So to get this fundraising kicked off tonight, thunk me in the forehead. There we go.
Don't let that happen to you. What you need to do is give. You need to give.
Send your money,
Go
please.
online, www.clarashousechicago.org. We have a very simple way for you to give. If you happen to not be by your computer, but you have your cell phone,
that's right.
After you've got that online address right, it'll be on the screen. We have a text number. We're very high tech, or so we think, right? 41. You know we had a text number, did you?
Oh, I didn't know that.
It is 41444. That's who you're texting to. And in the message box, you put Clara, space, and the amount. So Clara, space, $1 million, whatever it is. So, you know, you don't have to put the dollar sign. Clara, space, 10000. I think it'll take up to $1 million.
I want to see Clara, space, $10,000.
Okay, well, and you can't go under 10. So that's if you want to text. Or online, www.clarashousechicago.org. And we will be doing, for 3 hours, we're going to be doing this. We'll be here on television with you until 6, and then we're going to continue online. We want to enlighten people, but we'd also want to entertain them. Clara runs a very tight ship at Clara's house, but you do believe in having a good time sometimes, right?
It's all right to have a good time, and I like to have a good time, but I like good money, too. And so good money takes over the good time. That's the only reason why I wasn't here, to be with you at 3 o'clock, because I had to take care of the women and children at Clara's house to make sure that they ate good, because it was good food there.
You did. You had PepsiCo sponsored a lunch at Clara's house today. You've had some tough times that have garnered people's attention to realize that the dire straits that people that are helping people find themselves in. The utilities were cut off earlier this year.
Yes, the utility was off about 2 or 3 days this year. In the month of October. I've never had such a scare in all the days of my life, but even though I knew that God was able, so he did send me an angel and paid the bill for me. I thank God for that.
She never lost hope. We were worried. She says, oh, a miracle's going to happen. And indeed, it did. So Clara's House is looking for your donations today. And we're going, as we said, we want to enlighten you. We also want to entertain you. And we are going to, actually, before we do that, we've talked about what you do. We've talked about the thousands of meals you serve every year, because everybody has to have breakfast, lunch, dinner, and 2 snacks a day, right?
Right. I would need 3.
You would need 3? Yes, that's why. She's hoping you never become homeless, Tony. Okay. And I've met a lot of the women and children at Clara's House. I've actually spent the night at Clara's House 2 or 3 times myself, and it really is kind of like being at home. But just so you can get a sense of how being in the right place at a wrong time in your life can help you end up in a better place, meet this former resident of Clara's House, Maxine Harding.
I was at Clara's House about 19 years ago, and when I got there, it was a refuge. My children's father was very abusive, but I didn't know he was like that, not until I actually lived with him. I had to mentally play the game with him so that I don't get actually hurt. Then I had my daughter, and it got worse. I can recall at one point after I had my daughter, and then he put me out. I was like outside in the apartment with my bags. Still was crying, didn't have nowhere to go. I was fearful for my life, so I was to get out for my children's sake. I found out that there was people I could trust. People will protect you if you trust them. Because when you leave, you don't leave with nothing. If I didn't have help, I would go back. There was a lot of interaction, like people comes in and actually counsel you, even though your self-esteem being just like so low. You're just there, just trying to be better. You know, you have to want it to actually help yourself. And they're there to help you. It was just a leg up to move on with your life. And moving on means you cannot be weak to do it. But the strength that I had and the determination that I had to move on, that kept me. Clara's House is very, very, very important right now and needed. For Clara's House to close, it will be devastating. Because if you're not working, there's no way. And if you cannot trust your family, there's no way. I am so glad to where I'm at today. Because where I'm at today, I'm strong. I'm a strong woman. I make decisions that I don't have to be fearful of. You can get your self-esteem back. You can get your strength back to be successful. Now I work and pay my own bills. My children, now they're grown up. My daughter is a nurse. My son is in Minnesota. He's singing. I'm glad that I did something with my life. But I want to give a shout out to Clara's House. And look where I'm at now. I'm a success. I thank God that your door was open to me. I hope that many ladies going through the situation would not be afraid of trusting someone to actually tell them what they're going through. Because if you reach out to someone, there's hope for you and your children.
hear from Maxine. Wonderful, wonderful success story.
I just got to do this because Maxine is now what we like to call in the community Sealy strong.
Okay.
She is now Sealy strong.
As in color purple for
That's right.
those of you who, but I think, you know, we say about half of all people who end up homeless had some sort of experience with domestic violence. It's a very difficult thing to measure and count. Even the number of homeless, which has gone up about 10% in Chicago from one year to the next. They're very difficult to count. They count them basically by the number of homeless children or children who describe themselves, their parents describe them as homeless when registering for school. Wow. So you know there are many, many more that are not counted, and those numbers are very high. So we're going to do something to help help people like Maxine when they get to the point where they say, I can't stay here, I got to find someplace else, that there is a someplace else to go to. That's right. Because it's very possible people just say, you know, there is nowhere, so I'll stay here and tough it out. We talked about your donations at www.clarashousechicago.org. We have prizes. For every $100 you donate, you're going to be in a raffle to win either an all-new custom cabinet system for your kitchen, or a drone app for your car. Wow. That's where you can start it remotely. You can have surveillance on your car. I have a teenager. It's a fabulous, fabulous gift from Mid-City Engineering, or a weekend retreat at the Grand Geneva. So that's every time, for every $100. So those of you who I know are going to go online or text in $1,000, you're in that raffle 10 times. So that really increases your chances.
That's good. All right, let's get to some entertainment.
Let's do that.
Promise you some entertainment. Now, this guy right here, this is not your grandfather's violinist. As a matter of fact, this guy is known as a hip-hop violinist, and not only that, he is Michael Jordan's very own violinist. That's right, Michael Jordan has his very own violinist.
Of course. You know, I'd want to make up artist. He wants a violinist. Okay.
He's MJ. Why not?
Puts him in the mood, I suppose.
At this time, please welcome to the stage my man Lee England Jr. with my man Brian Jackson. Lee England Jr. and Brian Jackson. That boy good. That boy can play, can't he? Hey, we really need you guys to help out and pitch in. This is the Clara-Thon, and we're looking for your donations. Remember, 41444. Clara, the message is Clara space and whatever amount you want to put in. We're looking for amounts. We're looking for whatever you got, but we really, really need you guys to step up and help us to keep Clara doing what she does in the community. Now, speaking of that, we have some great folks here from PepsiCo who are doing just that. They're stepping up and they're helping us out. Let me get everybody's name really quickly.
Hi, I'm Shalita Beecham. Alicia Sims.
Ram Khosla.
And you guys are here with what I love to see, a really big check. So at this time, Shalita, take it away and tell us what PepsiCo is doing.
Hi, we'd like to present this check to Clara's House on behalf of PepsiCo and the Women of Color Employee Resource Group at PepsiCo. We are committed to community service and servicing our community, and we're just proud to be here and be able to help.
I always had a dream to take one of these big checks right to a currency exchange and try to slide it through the window myself. So we're going to try to see if we can get that cashed a little bit later. But right about now, Robert has some more information for you guys.
All right, thank you, Tony, and thank you, PepsiCo, that's for sure. You know, in Inglewood, you happen to see up and down the street a lot of shuttered businesses, a lot of missed opportunities, and, you know, people talk a lot about the bad things that go on in Inglewood, and so we wanted to highlight for you some of the positive movements that are going on in Inglewood. Clara Kirk and Clara's House has, of course, been a community resource for many, many years, but this is a neighborhood that is ready to thrive. It simply needs people to believe in the market of the people in Inglewood and the opportunity for business. There is a cafe that opened here recently, and I just talked to the owner again last night. It says business is booming. Have a look.
It's rare to see new businesses opening in Inglewood.
We don't have enough of that in our community.
So imagine the reaction when Stephanie Montgomery found out a new coffee shop is opening next week in her neighborhood.
We need something like this, connect and communicate and sit down and have coffee.
The original flooring, wood accents, and snapshots of Inglewood fill the 1960s inspired Kusanya Cafe. Inside, Inglewood resident Phil Sipka puts the finishing touches on decor while Donald Highsmith tested recipes. Kusanya will offer a rare opportunity, sit-down dining and coffee in Inglewood.
We'll be the only place you can get something on a porcelain plate with a metal fork for the area.
It's been 4 years in the making, a journey filled with financial obstacles. When the economy crashed, Sipka and others unable to secure financing were forced to raise money through Kickstarter and private donations.
Churches, residents, even also people outside the community have kind of donated because they wanted to see this happen.
There's a list of people who made this project possible. Each name person listed on this wall either donated time, energy, or money to Kusanya Cafe. But this goes beyond business or coffee. The goal is to connect generations of people.
We don't feel like there's that many places right now where you could have an 83-year-old and a 7-year-old and both feel comfortable in the same space and enjoy it.
While I was there, Sipka was interviewing applicants. He's hoping to fill 3 more positions in the coming days just in time for grand opening. For the Clara-Thon, I'm Tisha Lewis.
Tisha Lewis, my colleague there at Fox 32 News, has been exploring some of the positive things in Inglewood for some time, and that's how we met Aisha Butler. You are the co-founder of
RAGE, which is the Resident Association of Greater Inglewood, and the president.
And RAGE, you know, you have to say you confused our producers. They thought you were a performance act.
Right.
You know, but it's
I
a
thought
catchy.
she was going to come up and do some RAGE.
No. Well, they do support spoken word, okay? But that's a very catchy name. And this organization has been around how long?
Only 3 years now. We're going on our 4th year, so we're a pretty young organization.
Very, very, what's the word? I don't want grassroots. I think that's overused, but it's very authentic. These are people who live in Inglewood and care about Inglewood. It's not a political organization. It's just about the betterment of the area.
That's exactly right. It's not really an outside force who are controlling us and organizing us. It was really just residents and taxpayers who said, you know what, we want to see change. We want to see something different. So let's work together to help build it.
And you help build that cafe. And someone told me that's like the only white tablecloth place to eat in Inglewood right now, or is that the truth?
That is the truth. We have very little or no sit-down restaurants or cafes in the area. So yes, There's not many places you can go with actually porcelain plates and sit down and have a meal.
Are you guys hiring for like maybe a food tester or something like that in the future? Because, you know, I'm available.
But really, the versatility of your business space is the key to a viable and economically viable neighborhood where people can work and people can shop, people can spend their money in the neighborhood. How are you getting help with that?
Well, what we're doing is we're having that kind of conversation, because I know for me when I started Rage, it was really about making this a place where my daughter could have those options. Right now I don't have them, and she's 16 now. So yes, we're having conversations about the land, about economic development, and really, really want to push how important it is to have walkable, livable communities.
Really quick, you say something about generational wealth and passing something down to your daughter. Talk about that and how difficult is it?
It is really difficult, especially when her reality is Inglewood every day. But I think as she sees us and sees so many people here who are creative and doing really, really great things, it inspires her. And she said, you know, she wants to come back and open a business.
And that would be key to changing Inglewood, and because the majority of the people in Inglewood are not the people that we hear about on the news all the time. So there is an image issue.
Yeah, that is always what we say, that the majority of the people are not terrorizing this community. The majority of the people are taxpayers. The majority of the people work. The majority of the people are educated. I just don't, you know, we always talk about and challenge the media when they think that everyone here is dodging bullets. It's just not true.
And to recognize it as a market for entrepreneurs out there who are wondering where should I locate my next shoe boutique or restaurant or what have you, that they could be rich one day because they recognize Inglewood as a market.
Totally. Our buying power is large. I mean, we're in the millions of dollars. So anyone in retail or anything could really make a lot of money here, because unfortunately most people have to go out the community to shop for anything.
All right, and there's help available because city leaders realize that they need to assist those efforts.
That's exactly right.
Aisha Butler, the co-founder and president of RAGE, which is the Resident Association of Greater Inglewood. They're not really in rage unless they have a reason to be at that moment.
But we should be a little bit enraged about the conditions of our community.
Thank you so much. We appreciate you being here. And go to Kusani Cafe. It's open 7 to 7, Monday through Saturday. The owner last night, he was tired.
69th and Green.
69th and Green.
Yep.
All right. Thank you very much. And Tony, now, one of your compadres.
That's right, to cut through some of the rage that we're feeling right now. This guy right here, you know him, you love him. He's one of Chicago's favorite comedians, one of America's favorite comedians. You see him everywhere. You've heard him everywhere. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for my good friend, Mr. Damon Williams.
How are you? Nice to see you.
How are you?
I'm good. Happy holidays.
Hello.
Hi.
How's everybody doing? Hello. How's everybody? Good. Good to be here. If you're born and raised in Chicago, make some noise, please. All right. Thank you. Love our city, man. You got to love the city, even though it gets really cold here. You know, it gets, in fact, I tell people around the country, it gets so cold in Chicago, our homeless people go home in the winter. For real, we figure it out, you know, but it's a beautiful thing. I'm glad to be here. I think you should laugh every chance you get. Give it up for laughter, please, right? But sometimes, you know, you laugh at stuff and you shouldn't. You ever see something funny but you're wrong for laughing? Like, I got friends like that. One time he was watching Maury, right? And I know y'all watch Maury. You know, you might not want people to know, but you watch Maury. So on this one particular show, was a lady on there. She had no arms and no legs, okay? And he called me up, turn to Maury, cracking up. So when I get to the show, I see this lady. I'm like, dude, that is not funny. So when he saw what laughing, he going to try to get serious, too. Like, you right, man, you right. If that was me, I would kill myself. I was like, how? If you have no arms, no legs, you can't jump off nothing. You can't shoot yourself, stab yourself, take a pill. All you can do is just hold your breath. You know, just, and I said, but it would really be crazy if you really wanted to kill yourself. Maybe you could throw yourself off the bed, try to make it out the house, and throw yourself in traffic, and that'd be crazy. You get all the way to the curb, and somebody come like, are you okay? And take you all the way back. You'd be like, mind your business, lady. I've been trying to kill myself all day. But I really feel like it is important to laugh because there's a lot of stress in the world right now. Do you all agree with that? Yeah, and that's why I tell your kids at school and tell people at home, make friends with the weirdo. That's right, I'm going to say it again, make friends. That dude nibbling, be his friend. Take him to lunch. That way if he snap out, he'd be like, bang, 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 my friend, bang. See, you want to be my friend. You want to be the one talking in the news. You want to be like, well, what happened? He shot all of them. He didn't shoot me because I took him to Popeyes a couple of times. Because ain't nobody trying to get killed at work. You know how mad you'd be somebody trying to kill you on your job? someplace you already didn't want to be. You're like, you about to kill me at work? Ooh, I knew I should have called in today. You gonna kill me at the job? As a matter of fact, give me one of them guns. I help you shoot some of these people. Because you know you got coworkers you don't like. We all had that one coworker nobody like. You ever have to get up in the morning and sit on the edge of the bed and just talk to God like, Lord, please, don't let Barbara say nothing to me today. Because she come in my cubicle, I'm hitting her in her face. And you know I need this job. And it's bad enough when you got to get up early. Who get up early like 6 a.m. or better? Right. Now, you sleepy now, aren't you? You wake up, everyone's saying the same thing. You at work like, when I get off today, I am going straight to sleep. And you be looking at the clock, it ain't moving. You drinking coffee, that's not working. But the funny thing is, as soon as you get off, you up, right? You ready to go kick it. Get right back to work the next day. When I get off today, for real, I'm going to sleep. Because sleep is the bomb. If you love sleep, make some noise in this room. Right. I love sleep too. And I get all my sleep, but people get up early. You ever have somebody call and wake you up like a half hour before you're supposed to get up? You want to stab them through the phone like, I know you didn't call here this early talking about nothing. I have been holding my urine and everything, you know. Because, you know, if it ain't time to get up, you don't go to the bathroom like, nope, if I get up now, I'll be up, and I'm not trying to be up. If you really got to go, you ever roll on your stomach and try to push it back in. I have played sleep to the bathroom like I am not up. I still be trying to keep my dream. For real, I really love sleep. But it's crazy, though, especially the people that call and wake you up. You ever have somebody call and wake you up a half hour before you're supposed to get up? You mad as you can be, you know what I'm saying? So this thing we're doing today is a beautiful thing. I want y'all to give it up for Clara's House, first of all. All right. Yes. And give it up for Chicagoland and coming together and being supportive in this time of holidays, especially if you got crazy families like myself. Now, my family is very interesting. First of all, my mother, I love her to death. She's an evangelist. She has wear the long skirt. She got keys to the church. In fact, if she don't have to show up, they can't even get in. But and then my brother is Muslim, okay? Then my other sister is saved as well. So Thanksgiving is hilarious. You gotta believe me on that. Even though my brother don't celebrate Thanksgiving, but he still come get a plate. I'm like, you can't have it both ways, brother. And it's that ham. Anyway, I got to get out of here, y'all. I am Damon Williams. I appreciate you all being here supporting this magnificent event. Y'all take care. God bless. I'm out of here. Thank you.
All right, at this time, Robin is in our black box room. What's going on, Robin?
Hanging out because, you know, you've heard from comedians. Damon Williams, of course, you know, internationally known, and Lee England is a wonderful violinist. But these are the real stars of the Clara-Thon. These are the runners in the Clara-Thon. That means they run to their cell phones, calling up their friends and family and associates, anybody who owes them a favor, who has something they know they have something to spare, and they are getting donations for Clara's House. This is Andrew Stroth right here, and he knows a lot of big people. Whoever you're on the phone with right now, tell them to give big. They're on live television. Okay, that's right. Pressure is on. Okay.
You know athletes.
You know athletes. That's right. Who have you? Well,
I'm calling some of the Chicago Bears.
Some of the Chicago Bears? Well, who you got?
I can't say just yet. You guys on the Chicago
okay.
Bears.
All right. Across the way there, Hank Johnson. He was the star of the last Clara-Thon type event we did in 2009 because he's in sales. So everybody just needs to catch Hank. If you can catch Hank, we can raise all the money we need for the entire year. Over here we have Carl West, which everybody knows. He's a media mogul here in Chicago. Everybody reads what Carl West is talking about. How you doing, Carl?
We collecting donations here.
Okay.
Yes, indeed.
All right.
We're doing real well.
You are. It's a good time of year for this, isn't it?
It's a great time of year.
Yeah.
It should be all year.
It should be. Well, that's the thing is we think about people at Christmas time, but that's what we're trying to raise enough to take us through the hard times right after Christmas. Everybody's broken, nobody's donating. So this is the heart of the Clara-Thon. These are our runners. If you get a call from one of these folks, be sure and give big. And remember, every time you make a donation, you are entered into a raffle to win one of 4 fabulous prizes. I mean, the kitchen cabinets alone, that's worth, you know, $28,000, $29,000. A $100 donation can get you a chance to win that. A $10,000 donation gets you 100 chances to win that. Let's just do the math, which is what they're doing here right now. Thank you very much, runners. You're the stars of Clara-Thon.
Thank you. Raise money.
Okay. Back to Tony in the studio. Tony.
All right, look like they're having fun in the black box room. We may have to rename that to the boom boom room. They're having fun. I may have to make a visit over there. So many people are helping out with this effort. As a matter of fact, this next guy, world-famous actor, you know him and you love him. As a matter of fact, he's been going throughout the country talking about imprisonment and how that affects our community as well as homelessness. So at this time, please check out a video from world-renowned actor Hill Harper.
When we talk about social system-based issues, horrible school systems, poverty, homelessness, racism, lack of jobs, violence, drug abuse, all these different things. There's one unifying factor through all of them, and that is usually we're talking about someone who's poor and grew up in neighborhoods that are poverty-stricken. And individuals that are homeless are even at the bottom of that rung. For whatever reason, situations and circumstances have happened in their lives that have led them there. And the worst, and what breaks my heart the most, is seeing how many children are homeless. We can do better. And any organization that attempts to help those who have fallen on such times, to have them living on the street, particularly in a city like Chicago, where it is not easy, as if it's easy to live on the street anywhere without a home, but particularly in Chicago, then that's an organization that needs to be supported. It's an organization that should be applauded and is fulfilling a vital need.
Awesome.
Awesome. It is a vital need we're talking about. Hill Harper, I talked to him there in the Cook County Juvenile Detention Center where he went to speak to young residents, we don't want to call them inmates, they're not even 21 years old, to try to make a change in their lives. He's really, he's not just an actor. He's a Harvard grad, author, activist, and he says all these issues are interrelated. It's not like there's just homelessness without poverty, without joblessness, without a lack of education. It all goes together. So we appreciate his efforts, and we appreciate his words of encouragement for you to support Clara's House. I mean, there's a lot of things you can support, and we certainly don't say this is more worthwhile than anything else, but it's certainly worth a little bit of your money, we hope, tonight. www.clarashousechicago.org to donate online.
Don't forget 41444, then you put in the message Clara space and whatever amount you want to put. It starts at $10 and it can go up to $10,000 if that's how you feel it.
But don't be afraid of $10, because just imagine 1,000 people gave $10. So it's every little bit helps. It really does. And we also are highlighting some unique Chicago content on the Clara-Thon. We've talked about the positive movements in Inglewood. But, you know, this city delivers a lot of great talent to the world.
Tremendous talent in this city. As a matter of fact, this next young lady I had a chance to have on my radio show on WGCI, I was quite blown away by her talent. Like, don't be fooled by the looks. This young lady can really, really blow. She's about to blow you away right now.
Because she looks too young to be singing like she's singing.
To have this soulful voice and all of this.
Ladies and gentlemen, Lily Kay.
Merry Christmas in excelsis Deo, Gloria, Gloria, Gloria in excelsis Deo. We have heard on high, sweetly singing on the plain, and the mountains in reply, echoing their joyous strains. Gloria, Gloria. Since day Gloria, 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 wow, in excelsis Deo. Come to Bethlehem and see my newborn King. Chestnuts roasting on an open fire, and Jack Frost nipping at your nose. Oh, have yourself a merry little Christmas. Oh, a jingle bells, jingle all the way. You know Dasher and Dancer and Prancer and Vixen, Comet and Cupid and Donner and Blitzen, but do you recall when Jesus Christ was born? Merry Christmas.
Lily K.
Thank you so much, Lily. We appreciate it. And we keep trying to claim her. She's actually from Milwaukee, but you know, she probably learned everything she knows in Chicago. And that's a talent. That's one to look out for. What a voice. And don't you love these young people who defy musical genre? What would you say? Neo-soul, R&B, jazz? She's just like combined it all into a beautiful and unique sound.
And I like the way that she gave us a little holiday medley, got me in the mood. I feel like going home right now, going to sleep, and not waking up till Christmas morning.
Not happening. You'll be here for at least another 2.5 hours, okay? Like a kid. Christmas, I'm sorry, you know, you give the presents now. You don't get the presents.
I know, but remember you was a kid, you went to bed at like 4 in the afternoon because you wanted it to be Christmas.
But you couldn't go to sleep. But speaking of Christmas and speaking of gifts, that's what we're doing tonight. We are giving gifts of hope and a future to the women and children who depend on Clara's House Shelter. And someone who's been helping Clara for many, many years, Marquette Bank. They're not someone, it's an entity, but Jack Baker with Marquette Bank has been helping Clara Kirk and Clara's House Shelter for as long as I've known Clara, which is, should we say how long that's been? 15, 16 years now, isn't it? You know. Okay. don't tell my age and don't tell yours either, right? So, Jack, give a few words from Marquette Bank for us.
Well, Marquette Bank is a proud sponsor of Clara's House, and we're very happy for all the services that Clara and Clara's Houses provide the people in the community. As someone's been in the neighborhood for 65 years, working with the West Englewood area, we hope to continue that and help out as many people as we can. So, on behalf of Marquette Bank, Clara, I want to donate this $2,500 check to Clara's House on behalf of Marquette Bank and all of its employees.
Wonderful. That's funny you mentioned that you've been, yes, that's worth a hand. That's worth a hand.
Marquette Bank.
Most definitely. Give away. You want to say something?
Y'all know the reason why the Marquette Bank support me, right?
They hold your mortgage?
They hold my mortgage.
Yes, but they've had to really hold it sometimes, okay? Hold it, carry it, whatever. Hold it tight. Right. That's right. That's the truth. Well, we talk about, you know, Marquette Bank's been serving the community for 65 years. And, you know, we always say support the people that support you. And a true community bank, not that there's anything wrong with the big banks or the multinationals. Well, there might be something wrong, but we won't go into that right now. But the community banks are where you can walk in and you can find Jack, and they'll know your block. And if you want to open a business in Inglewood, you know, they'll know what's going on there. So we appreciate all that you do.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
All right, Jack Baker with Marquette Bank. We really appreciate it. And Clara Kirk walking off with her check.
Another check for me to take to the currency exchange later.
Shove it. Good luck with that. We have talked about Inglewood and the image issue. We talked with Aisha Butler from the Resident Association of Greater Inglewood earlier, and about the fact that this is a market that is really just waiting to be served. But you got to have people who can realize their dreams, who get the education and get the knowledge that they need to move forward. In Chicago Public Schools, we do not, in general, teach something very important if you want to go into the computer sciences. Therefore, RAGE and their subsidiary, Teamwork Inglewood, started this class in a language that bet me and you don't understand. You know what the language is called?
I can't even program my cell phone.
Okay, it's computer code. Here's Tisha Lewis.
Do you code? Probably not, but they do thanks to Inglewood Codes.
I've kept a 4.0 GPA since I've started school.
15-year-old Kamara Brown created her own website from scratch using a language she learned at Teamwork Inglewood.
The program was a 10-week program to teach people how to build websites using HTML, CSS, Bootstrap, JavaScript, and GitHub.
I have a carousel on my first page. This is what JavaScript does. I don't have to touch it to move by itself eventually.
Brown and her older sister Alicia, along with 17-year-old Tony Robinson and dozens of high school students, traded camp for coding this summer.
It gives young people the opportunity to learn something new that isn't even in the Inglewood area until just now.
At first it was if you could read a book, you were okay, and if you could write, you were fine, and if you could use a computer, you could land a job. We truly believe that this is the new literacy. Our tact is that those students who want to excel and achieve, and that is the vast majority of students in Inglewood, ought to have opportunities to connect with mentors and skills that will prepare them for the future.
And though Congressman Bobby Rush and Senator Mark Kirk agreed to disagree on using federal resources to combat Chicago's gang problem, they did pledge their support of Inglewood Codes. During a tour of the Southside neighborhood, the two stopped by Inglewood Codes' graduation ceremony.
One thing that Senator Kirk was saying was that we're outsourcing a lot of tech skill and jobs overseas. We should be able to insource that same type of work right here in the neighborhood. The best way for the city of Chicago to stay competitive is to grow a broad base of talent throughout the entire neighborhood, yes, even in Inglewood.
For the Clara-Thon, I'm Tisha Lewis.
There's another language that, that I thought I just had to learn Spanish. Apparently, I have to learn computer codes as well if I want to get ahead in life. So it's a great opportunity. Computer codes, I wanted to do a winter code camp. They're definitely going to try to do spring break. Of course, that's all about the money. So as you're thinking about things you'd like to give to, of course, we're here for Clara's House today, but there are other entities that really will move us forward as a city that need your support.
Right. Computer codes means more than how you keep somebody from going in your phone. Okay?
Can you keep somebody from going in your phone?
Yeah, you can.
With
a code.
Well, as we promised, we're having enlightenment as well as entertainment, and maybe introducing you to some people that you've maybe heard about. If they're what kind of person that peruses YouTube, or if you're like me, you never do, then this is going to be completely new to you. And there are some amazing, nothing against the radio, Tony, but there are some amazing talents out there that you only
they eventually got to come to the radio.
Eventually, if they make it, okay? So we have to nurture them up until then. So this young lady, her second line after her name is the Golden Voice. Maya, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. How old are you?
I'm 12 years old.
Oh, you were just a beauty. What are you going to sing for us today?
Mary, Did You Know?
All right. We are looking forward to it. I'm just going to get ready to have some chills going up and down your spine, people. So welcome, and thank you for being here, Maya, the Golden Voice.
Thank you.
You know, I'm going to sing in a minute, and then everybody will turn the channel. They're having a little problem with your track. I understand that you were the winner of some kind of contest, something Dwayne Wade did. Is that true? What was that?
Chicago's Got Talent, and I won first place, and it was an amazing experience.
Was it really?
And plus, they called me back this year to sing at their gala, and then they called me to open for a group called Mindless Behavior.
Oh, a group called Mindless Behavior. I think that most of us are familiar with Mindless Behavior. So how exciting was that?
It was really exciting, but people were screaming over Mindless Behavior.
Yeah, the girls kind of go crazy over Mindless Behavior. It's like the old days of Elvis. They want to rip their clothes off or something. It's I mean, well, maybe not quite that bad, but it's a group that has a lot of young people are really, and I met the members of Mindless Behavior a few years ago. They're a little older than they were then. They were really young boys then. We are having a problem with your CD. We can't seem to locate any data on it, like any music. Is there anything you'd like to sing a cappella?
I could sing Mary, Did You Know a cappella.
Somehow I thought you could. You go right ahead, honey.
Mary, did you know that your baby boy would one day walk on water? Mary, did you know that your baby boy would save our sons and daughters? Did you know that your baby boy would one day make you new, and the child that you delivered will soon deliver you. Mary, did you know that your baby boy is Lord of all creation? Mary, did you know that your baby boy could calm the storm with his hand? Did you know that your baby boy will walk where angels ride? And when you kiss your little baby, you kiss the face of God. Oh, Mary, did you know? The blind will see, the deaf will hear, the dead will live again. The lame will leap, the dumb will speak, the praises of the Lamb. Mary, did you know that your baby boy is Lord of all creation? Mary, did you know that your baby boy could calm the storm with his hand? Did you know that your baby boy is heaven's perfect lamb, and the sleeping child you're holding is the great I am. Ooh, oh Mary, oh Mary, oh Mary, did you know?
Oh my! You realize we're not gonna. You don't have to do it with music ever again. All right, that was just marvelous. 12 years old. I feel like I'm seeing, the future right here in action, like a young Aretha Franklin, Mahalia Jackson. I mean, you got a beautiful voice. You really do. How old were you when you knew you could sing?
7, but my mother didn't give me voice lessons until 8, but I really started singing when I was 9 years old.
Okay, well, we look forward to a long, long future of singing and our enjoyment. Thank you very much, Maya, the golden voice. All right.
Thank you.
Okay, come on, we'll go.
Hey, Robin, I bet Maya's mama can't tell her nothing. Maya, it's time to go to bed. Mama, did you know your baby ain't sleepy? Hey, right now, man, we have some very important people in the building. A lot of people are helping out Clara's house, and the athletes are no different. We got a couple of people that's representing athletic organizations. My man, Kelvin Hayden from the Chicago Bears is in the building, and my girl, Sean Zanotti, who represents my man, Will Bynum and his foundation. So what are you guys doing here today and helping out Clara's house?
Absolutely. We're so excited to be here today. This whole initiative started with Will Bynum and his Reach and Pay It Forward initiative, where he's asking businesses, nonprofits, athletes to reach and adopt a shelter in need and pay it forward to a next. So today we're here with these Reach and Pay It Forward bracelets, which we're all wearing, and asking each person who's out there who wants to reach and pay it forward to a shelter to come on board and be a part of the movement. Right now we have Kelvin Hayden with the Bears, who is reaching and paying it forward and giving his time today as part of this entire initiative.
Yes, definitely. This is one situation that that can't go unrecognized. And as an athlete, I'm one of the fortunate guys, and I just want to just give back as any best way I can, and hopefully that people understand and realize that us as NFL athletes are looking for guys, like people out here just to inspire and just give what they can and just help out the needy when they need it.
Most of our athletes today, of course, Will Bynum, no exception, born and raised here in Chicago, and yourself. A lot of athletes are stepping up because they come from these streets and they come from these neighborhoods and these places where there's poverty and there's hopelessness. Talk about coming from those places and giving back and getting to where you are now.
Well, I think it's important. Me myself, coming from Inglewood, coming from a metropolitan area that is recognized for the most time for the wrong things.
Right.
But as an athlete now, I just try to bet my best to get back with knowledge, inspiration, or even just just being there when someone needs to have an ear, or just giving just positive vibes, and just realizing that reality is here in the flesh. That someone that actually come from where you come from actually did something positive instead of just always saying something that's negative.
And also with Will Bynum, now I'm a little mad because they had lunch earlier and y'all didn't invite me to lunch. So next time y'all have a lunch over at Clara's house, tell Will I want some food.
Okay, we'll do. And again, please go to our Facebook page, Reach and Pay It Forward Facebook page, so that you can, kind of join the movement and really just make a difference. That's his goal, is to make a difference within the community, not just here in Chicago, but across the United States.
All right, athletes are helping out Clara's house. That's what's up.
We appreciate it, Nina and Sean, and Exact Publicity. We want to give you credit because you guys have helped us with this event. It is really nice to meet you. We have some Chicago Bears that our runners are calling who are donating big. We understand, and we know the team had a practice today. So for you to race down here to Inglewood and be here in person, we really appreciate that. You didn't run physically run, did you? No. Okay. Well, they're in shape. He's in shape. That's not TV magic, ladies. So we do appreciate you all being here, and we appreciate you raising lots of money for Clara's house. Don't forget, you can text. You remember the text? Everybody got it memorized? 41444. That's who you're texting to. And in the message box, you put Clara space $100. $50, $1,000, whatever it's going to be. You don't have to have a dollar sign. Clara, space, the amount. It could be $10. Honestly, we appreciate everything we know. Give as you are able to give. So enlightenment right here. So what's next after enlightenment? We do entertainment. Am I
That's right.
We
got
do.
some entertainment.
All right, we do. We have another one of your compadres. Uh-oh. B. Cole is in the house.
That's right. Very funny guy. You've seen him on BET. You've seen him all over the place, all over the country. Welcome to the stage, another funny brother, Mr. B. Cole.
All right. How y'all doing? All right. Yes, my name is B. Cole. I'm glad to be here. Been in L.A. for a little while, but I'm back home in Chicago. Although people are like, man, you come back in the dead of winter. Like, wow, like L.A. cool, but you don't want to live there. It's a good place to visit. You know what I'm saying? There's too much pressure out there to look good. Everybody out there weigh 80 pounds. You better weigh 80 pounds and less out there in L.A. That's it. And you got to have abs. There's an ab requirement out there in L.A. Everybody got to have abs. I saw a 90-year-old man walk around with no shirt on. He was abbed up. All this was abs. The rest of his skin was wrinkled and hanging, but all this was rock hard, though, Like, he was, for real, it's like, man, I saw a little baby in the stroller with abs. Like, y'all got baby abs out here? Man, let me get back to Chicago around my regular body people. Y'all make me feel good in Chicago. That's why I love y'all, I mean, L.A. cool, like my family always call, like, are you afraid of the gang bangers out there, the Crips and the Bloods? I'm like, I'm from Chicago. We got real gang bangers here, you know what I'm saying? Like it's easy to gang bang in L.A. The Crips and the Bloods, like the gang bang in 90-degree weather all year round, that's easy. That's like a vacation for thugs, Try gang banging in 15 below zero. That's gangster, That's what we got here. We got real thugs in Chicago, We got thugs here throw up gang signs with mittens on. GD, like what? GD, are you sure? Trust me. Hey, but this is a good cause, and you all donate. Call. Y'all be cool, I'll be cold. Thank you very much. Peace.
Thank you very much, B. Cole. That was an abbreviated version of his usually very long and very funny show. We appreciate his support, everyone who's come out to support the Clara-Thon. And the Clara-Thon is not over. Only the televised portion is over.
Right.
Join us online, the same place that you can donate, www.clarashousechicago.org, because we got lots of good stuff ahead.
That's right. And we'd like to thank everybody that you've seen so far, everybody that came out and supported Clara and Clara-Thon. This is our first annual. We're going to keep on doing this, right?
Until we get it right.
That's right.
All right. Goodbye to our Fox Chicago, our Fox 32 audience, and hello to the rest of our online audience who I know have been with us all along. Don't forget, you can donate easily. If you're in your car, please don't stop and go on your iPad or something.
No.
But you get to the side of the road, it's
444.
41444. That's you. Text 2 in the message box. Put Clara space amount. We have some great prizes. We have a custom kitchen cabinets. We got a Lake Geneva retreat. We have some high-tech stuff for your car that will change your life. It did mine.
And all you got to do is donate $100, and every time you donate $100, you get another entry.
Okay, bye. Actually, I know young people who are trying to grow up to be like George Daniels. George, the music man, is here with us. George, come on in, George. I'm going to give you my microphone. Thank you for being here. You have helped Clara's house many times in the past.
Yes, I have, and I'm glad to be here with Mr. Bean Pie.
Making fun of his outfit?
No. I have never seen him dressed in a suit. It's always a cap.
Can I say something? I call myself going to dress to match Tony because every time we do something, he's got on jeans. If it's dressy, he's got on corduroys and Timberlands.
Let's give it up for Tony's haberdashery.
So I try to dress casual. I come in here, he's got on a suit and a bow tie.
The fine gentleman.
I've become the hip-hop host, and he's become the anchorman. I don't understand, but we're glad to have you.
Anchorman 2 in theaters now.
Hey, coordinated shoestrings. Anybody?
Yeah. Tell you what, though, I dressed up too, but I had the same jacket George had on, so I had to change. We are still collecting money and donations.
I'm taking it back to Macy's tomorrow, anyway.
Macy's, you still got the tag in there? All right, okay. So we appreciate everybody contributing to this great cause, and thank you. Please disregard my stand-up performance because I was not prepared to do that. So anyway, I'm Damon Williams, and you are?
George Daniels.
You didn't have to read that, did you? Okay.
At my age, you forget.
Yeah,
anyway,
I believe you.
I'm good. I dyed my hair this color. But.
So you can obviously text 41444. Put Clara space and the amount that you would like to contribute. But I'm also seeing here the website is www, which everybody knows, .clarashousechicago.org. So we have some people who are helping us out, George. And it's some people that donated some cabinet work for, if you make a contribution, you might get some cabinets to your home, and that's Leaf Cabinets. So we're going to toss to Amber and the Leaf Cabinet video.
Let's go there.
Amber Leaf Cabinets is a manufacturing company. We're located here in Chicago on the south side of town. Amber Leaf has been in business for over 2 years now and have done exceptionally well in the contractors market. The city of Chicago has been a foundation for manufacturing jobs for middle-class families. And over the decades, we've lost a lot of that. Amber Leaf brings that back to the city of Chicago to say manufacturing is still alive, and that if we're the foundation, we should continue to be that foundation for middle-class families to be able to provide for their families. Working at Amber Leaf is not just a job. Cabinetry is a craft. Our employees feel as if they're part of the business, and they're able to take these skills on to other career choices, other opportunities in life, that can enhance them as an individual and as an adult. Amber Leaf chose to bring this cabinet to Clara House as a gift in support of Clara's House because of what they're doing for the community. The winner of the Amber Leaf Cabinets for Clara House fundraiser will receive our European Beach cabinets. It's one of the most popular colors that we offer, which is espresso. And just to let you know that our cabinets are solid wood cabinets. We have solid wood doors. We have solid plywood boxes. So it's very high in quality. A few accessories that we'll definitely offer, which would be the wine rack and the glass holder. We will also offer a couple of glass doors to the winner of these wonderful cabinets. An additional accessory here, which is our beautiful spice rack. You get a chance to take a look at our Lazy Susan. Our drawers are soft close drawers. As you can see, as I shut the drawer, it closes on its own. This is a sink that will be offered to the winner. It's an equal double bowl, 18 gauge stainless steel sink with the Huntington brass faucet, and it goes beautifully with the espresso cabinets. This is a shelf that you could either use for your microwave or just a bread holder. And if the client would like, this is an island piece, great for storing pots and pans. Also the drawers for utensils. We will come out and measure your kitchen to make sure that the cabinets fit your exact layout, and we will do all that at no charge to the winner. And relief cabinets.
I want to thank Jim Wong, who is the owner of Amber Leaf Cabinets, because this is one heck of a donation, you all. For, you know, I know you guys just go to the kitchen and expect, you know, you don't even notice as long as there's food there, right?
I want cabinets now.
You want cabinets? George wants cabinets
I just
now?
had shelves.
Now you got cabinet in me?
shelves.
Okay.
Indeed. You went to the showroom, though, I understand.
I went to the showroom, and
Yes.
it's, you know where the old Spiegel outlet store was in Chicago on 35th Street?
Yes.
And for a long time, that whole industrial area has been kind of, you know, abandoned and downtrodden since they left. So Amber Leaf Cabinets has a 100,000 square foot showroom there, and
Wow.
they just added another 100,000 square foot showroom and manufacturing facility. So, you know, Chicago for a long time, manufacturing was the base.
Right.
We don't really make anything anymore. We kind of, we're in the service industry and what have you. So they actually have people there making cabinets. Jobs, exactly.
That's what I'm talking about.
It's really quite a base.
Yeah, because we're not selling CDs anymore now, are we, George?
I am at the airport.
That's what George's Music Room is still at Midway Airport. For many, many years, you were in
Yes.
in North Lawndale on Roosevelt Road.
Exactly. Since 1969.
Wow.
So,
Back when, as you told me, they had parking meters on Roosevelt Road because it was
Exactly.
such a
This-
vibrant business community.
Back when you had a needle to put on the record.
All
I sold them 2 8-tracks.
Right, but we certainly want to thank them for donating that major contribution. So
$100, you can win that.
will enter you into a raffle, so to speak, to win that.
Okay.
That home decorating, the whole remodeling of the kitchen with the cabinets. Is that what you're telling them?
No,
Okay.
not the whole, just the cabinets, not the
cabinets,
countertops,
well,
not
yeah.
the appliances.
You gotta do your own
but the
painting.
cabinets is the bulk of the money. So,
Okay.
all right, let's have a look now at some more information here on the Clara-Thon.
Winter night, twinkling light, and the snowflakes falling to the ground. The air is filled with Christmas. Santa's sleigh, kids at play. It's that special time of year when love is all around us. And that magic seems to reach right out and touch me again, just like the years before. It's Christmas in my heart once more. It seems the time stands still for Christmas. It's time for laughter and cheer. Time for giving to others and sharing our love with those we hold so dear. Too soon, the season's over. And as we face the new year, this wish I make, oh yes, on every star, that it be Christmas, always Christmas in my heart, in my It seems this time stands still for Christmas. It's time for laughter and cheer. always Christmas in my heart. My heart, oh, come, let us adore him. Oh, come, let us adore him. Oh, come, let us adore him. Christ the
All right. Whoever James Hudson is, he's got a wonderful, wonderful voice. Thank you for being here with us. Another Chicago talent. We've been talking about Chicago talent today.
I didn't know we could sing. I would have sang instead. That
You
would
would-
have been fun.
no.
Oh, come, let us
You're not
adore.
allowed.
I'm
You're
sorry.
not allowed to sing.
I'm
You're not-
sorry.
you're not-
Okay.
Comedians all think they can sing.
Yeah,
News people do not think that they can sing. Well, you
Indeed.
haven't heard me try to even hit one note. So we are joined now by Chef Christopher Murray from the Washburn Culinary Institute here at Kennedy King College, and two of his students. Who are these two? You met them earlier. Who are they?
And what's your name?
Cassandra Pearson.
And where do you live?
She was not expecting it, nor is she going to tell you. Okay.
No, I'm doing a Don Cornelius.
A Don
Yeah,
Cornelius.
so,
I see. I see.
Yeah, Soul Train. And what is your name?
LaShonda Coleman.
And what are you going to sing for us today? No, I'm sorry.
She can't sing. She doesn't need to sing because
Okay.
she has some culinary skills that are going to take
Indeed.
her far. So tell us, Chef, how about that for a blank spot?
Right.
Chef Murray.
Yes.
These are your students who actually school is out right now, so these must be some particularly dedicated students. And here at Washburn Culinary Institute, what is it you're trying to create?
Well, for today, once they found out that today was in honor of Clara's house, they jumped up to volunteer for it. These two students in particular are part of the graduating class, spring 2014. Right now, they're on the market. Cassandra has already lined up a position.
All right, congratulations.
Congratulations.
I mean, that's
She's doing better than me. Okay, go ahead.
I mean, that's the whole thing, right? So we're trying to get them through the program, get them the strongest skill sets that they can possibly get within 2 years,
Mhm.
and then pretty much launch them into the industry as soon as possible.
There's been a lot of debate about vocational skills versus, going for the traditional academic route and then, trying to enter something else. This is something you have to have a lot of passion about, isn't it?
Yes, you have to love cooking and you have to love eating. You have
And
to-
hospitality. It's
right,
not. It's not.
hospitality,
I was
right.
talking to some of your students. We did a story on you about the other side of the culinary industry. It's business, right? Okay. So and WICC actually, which is our partner for this program, the Clara-Thon, actually did a story about something that your students are involved in. And what is it? What do they call it? Food on the go?
Food on the go. Basically, we took some of our strongest students. We paired them up with the current trend of food trucks. For each student, they were paired up with a food truck vendor. They came up with the recipes for the truck. They sold it on the street. Pretty much for each student that was paired up with that food truck, they sold out for that day. And WICC was able to capture it.
That's that time. Let's have a look. Food on the go.
Food on the go. Check it out.
My name is Aisha Golden. I'm currently a student attending Washburn Culinary Institute.
Food is trendy. The hottest thing in the market are food trucks. So everyone ready to pick from the hat? Yeah. We put students into the food trucks. They work with the chefs, and I think it's fabulous. All right, Aisha.
We all picked food trucks out of the hat, and I was fortunate enough to get Meatloaf a Go-Go.
1, 2, 3. Food on the go.
My name is Cynthia Kalile, and I am the chief meatloaf maker and owner of the Meatloaf Bakery. Many people ask me, why a food truck? And to me, it was just the natural progression. We have a storefront.
How you doing?
We have customers who come in and take our food out. Why not take meatloaf to all points of the city? And so that's what we did. Here we go.
Ended up coming up with a falafel loaf recipe with a white bean hummus and a roasted red pepper tzatziki sauce to drizzle on top.
We weren't sure whether we wanted to whip it so it was really a nice puree or whether it had some chunkiness to it. So we did a little taste off. Darn good.
We were excited, we were tasting, it was like, oh my God, this tastes good.
The smooth version won out.
I was proud, I was excited, I was exhilarated, and we were just ready to go out and see what the customer reaction was on the street.
We took Meatloaf A Go-Go to 600 West Chicago. It is a very, very, very popular spot to be.
We grabbed the samples and I took them out to, the people that are standing around. Can I interest you in a sample of our special today? We have a falafel loaf.
People who came up to the truck, not only did they try the samples, but they bought it.
Well, I think we just sold our last falafel loaf.
I think we just did.
Does that deserve another high five?
Just knowing that something that I personally produced and put my heart and soul into, it was appreciated by the greater public, and that really made me feel good.
It did. Food on the go. And
who would have thought that a food truck would have such elevate the
Phenomenal.
culinary standard?
I got really hungry.
You got really hungry?
Yeah.
Well,
Go get some.
there's no eating here in this beautiful theater at Kennedy King College, but in the Black Box Theater, where our runners for the Clara-Thon are calling people raising money, and by the way, they may not call you, so you can go online and make your donation and be entered into the raffle to win these fabulous prizes.
And where can they go online
They
and
can
do
go
that?
online. You know what? I'm glad you asked.
I was just curious.
Because if I could remember, no, just kidding. It's
www.
clarasHouseChicago.org.
Oh, you covered the www.
Wait,
Thank you, George.
Hey,
that was a good guess.
It sounded like I said 4 W's. I did say
You
3.
said, well, I think if you put 4 in, it's still okay because the computer even knows
Hey,
www.
once and never.
clarasHouseChicago.org, or you can text 41444. And in the message you put
Clara, space, and your amount.
And your
but
amount.
don't write the word space.
Just no.
Clara, leave a space.
Leave a space.
And then the money.
Yes.
Yeah, and then put $100. Leave a space for the money. Okay,
Right.
very good.
We're a great team. I think this is a comedy show in the making.
It's not.
Right.
It's not. It's really not.
It's really a serious show, though.
It's really, well, if we said education, we said enlightenment and entertainment.
Okay.
Okay, and entertainment can be enlightening.
That's on the flyer.
How about that? It's on the
Okay.
flyer, all right?
All right,
I
well,
think I wrote the flyer.
Some people here are joining us, some talented people from the Beverly area of Chicago trying to help us out. And the last name is a great last name. So
I wonder
welcome,
what that could be.
welcome
The
the Williams.
Williams.
Yes, the Williams duo.
Night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright, round yon virgin, mother and child, holy infant, so tender and mild, sleep in heavenly peace, sleep in heavenly peace. Silent night, holy night, shepherds quake at the sight, glory streams from heaven afar, heavenly hosts sing hallelujah. Jesus, Lord, at thy birth, Jesus, Lord, at thy birth. holy night, Son of God, he loves pure light, radiant beams from thy holy face, with the dawn of redeeming grace, Christ our Savior is born. Christ our Savior is born. He is born. He is born.
The Williams duo.
Phenomenal, phenomenal.
Thank you, thank you. Actually, that's a brother. What's your name, sir? Eric. Eric Williams, and your wife? Leanne. First of all, we thank you for being here. Second of all, I could have filled in for you. I played that instrument in 5th grade.
In fifth grade?
Yeah, they made me bring it home for Christmas break. I had to walk with that big old thing, man. I'm surprised I didn't get jacked, too. I made it.
That's because it's that big even if you're in the 5th grade, right?
Yeah.
Because you're not that big now. I can imagine in the 5th grade that it was... I mean, not that you know what I mean.
You know, Robin, this is a family show.
Hey, no, Robin, you got him good. That's good. That's good.
It's a family show.
I mean, he's a buffed, compact
thank
man.
you. Buffed, compact, petite even. Go ahead.
I wouldn't say that. Joining us now.
Thank you, Williams duo. Another round of applause for them, please. Okay.
Oh, the Williams, fantastic.
And joining us now, Crystal Davis, who is from Crystal Thomas. I got Davis confused because you're from Danny Davis's office, Congressman Danny Davis. Is that correct?
Governor Pat Quinn. Okay.
I don't know
We're going to
why
rewind that.
You are
Okay.
Crystal. You are the Lieutenant Governor of the state of Illinois, the Deputy Governor.
Excuse me. Let me handle this. Hey.
I'm going to
Hi,
leave.
how are you?
Hello. Very well, thank you.
And what is your name?
I'm Crystal Thomas.
And what do you do?
I am the Deputy Governor of the state of Illinois in Governor Pat Quinn's office.
Oh, there you go. We have the Deputy Governor from the state.
You got
yes.
it straight. Do you have a badge? Do you guys have a badge? Like?
I do not get a badge.
Okay, just checking.
Okay, all right. So, Crystal, the state of Illinois, obviously, it's partly their responsibility, partly local, partly, federal, to try to take care of those who find themselves falling out of the safety net, so to speak. It's been a very challenging few years, has it not?
It absolutely has. I mean, we've seen an increase in need across the social service sector, but especially with foreclosures, job loss, and people losing their housing. There's been an increased need both for shelters, increased need for food and food stamps. We've really seen it across the board.
I have a question. So if something happens to the governor, you become the governor?
No, that is the lieutenant governor.
Okay.
Okay, deputy.
All right, she is the deputy governor.
Yes,
All right, but
okay.
you do these types of issues really are part of your, what I don't want to say your responsibility, like it's all on you, but we know the Chicago Food Depository, which does help Clara's house out quite a bit, has talked about having twice as much demand, but the increase in support for it doesn't equal the increase in demand for it. What and the state we know is in kind of a cash strapped, almost like many individuals. What kind of strategies are you using to try to do more with less?
So really there's a concerted effort across state government, and there are multiple state agencies that try to address homelessness. And, we have the emergency shelter program in our Department of Human Services. We have our Housing Development Authority that is focused on both trying to increase access to affordable housing and homelessness prevention. So that's really one of the strategies, one of the policies that has evolved over the past few years is more of a focus on trying to prevent homelessness and identifying those families at risk so that we can help give them support and stabilize them, into housing. But as you mentioned, there really is still a need. And we know that, while we're doing what we can, there are still people out there who, look for shelter access and are not able to give it. And that's why it's very important that we have, volunteers, that we have nonprofit organizations, that we have people who are willing to donate and to support organizations like Clara's House.
Because it's donations from individuals and companies that make Clara's House be able to go. There's not enough government funding anywhere. Focusing on prevention and on long-term solutions to homelessness, there's actually an effort that says we're going to end homelessness in Chicago. That's what they call it, the Coalition to End Homelessness. Is that realistic?
Well, the state of Illinois supports that effort. We're not formally involved in it, but, from our perspective, we want to do our part. And in order to do that, you really have to focus, again, looking holistically across the human service sector. So, we know what some of those risk factors are for homelessness. And we also know that once once a person gets in that situation and you try to get them into stable housing, there are supports that are needed for the formerly homeless in order to help them to be able to be successful. And so that's our focus. And, it is a difficult challenge.
Kind of a wraparound. You can't just give them a bed and a meal.
Absolutely. So I think that it is an important goal to have to end homelessness. It's something that we should aspire to, but it's not an easy goal to meet.
Well, we certainly thank you and the governor's office and everyone involved across the board, as you said, for coming here and help Clara's House and all you're doing in your position to help the people who have the issues that we're trying to help right now. But you can help right now just by donating.
That's right, online, clarashousechicago.org, or text 41444. And
right.
in the message, put Clara, then put a space, and then put the amount you want to donate. We have a spoken word artist, George. I know you're a fan of the spoken word.
I'm extremely excited about this young person, because spoken word is about expression, and what's happening nowadays in music is just commercial.
Okay.
Spoken word tells stories from the heart, and I want to hear it.
Spoken like a true spoken word fan, George.
Hello.
This is one of the best. Here's Emerald.
Oh, fantastic.
That's your girl? Yay, Emerald.
I want to live in a non-crack city, a strong black city, where high schoolers don't have to hide heat in a backpack city, where people do more than sit and sip on the six-pack city, where thugs throw away they throwback city, where they don't use the N-words and other words city, yeah. We all know that Chicago is a Kodak city. In the springtime, you can smell the lilac city. But sometimes I just want to get on the Amtrak and leave this city. But I love this city, so I stay here still. When in the winter you could get wicked wind chills. I'm from the birthplace of Emmett Till, where they tape good times, but now it's hood times. My community is full of crime. Drug dealers still dealing dimes. I've been to enough funerals for one lifetime. Everybody wants to be a millionaire but runs out of lifelines. Well, I'ma use mine to phone a friend. And no, I'm not calling my next of kin. I'm calling Mayor Daley and Rahm, and maybe he could let me know whether out of bees that Cabrini Greens had to be bulldozed to create condos on the glitzy Gold Coast. Not only are they evicting the thugs and the hustlers, but also the old folks, kicking them out like footballs through goalposts. I see dope fiends with froze nose. I see Don Juan with them old crows and them tacky green and gold clothes. Out west, where you rarely get rest, where you must invest in a bulletproof vest, or out south when it's a drought, you get killed for your clout. They say nothing good comes from Inglewood. But it's like in my neighborhood, non-violence is a dead issue. Well, I'm sick of paying my final respects to the dead along with soaking tissues. Sick of saying goodbyes to the young along with our misuse. Sick of turning on the TV and hearing another teen tragedy. Sick of police brutality in Chicago, where they take the Blues Brothers, but the boys in blue sometimes misuse they badge, sometimes abuse they badge. They can leave bruises on you, brother, and won't even lose they badge. So there's one question I gotta ask. What were y'all waiting for? Another situation like Lenard Clark to spark the heart of the community? No, we need to go back to unity, not just for you and me, but for these babies of Chicago. I'm going to say this loud enough so you can hear from Kedzie to Cottage Grove, from the Old Gale Gardens to the Cabrini Greens, and every ghetto and project that lie in between. I'm sick of crooked Chicago politicians with they politicking, selling lies as wide as rhinos. This goes out to them Southside kids with the skin the color of cocoa that wear their hair in cornrows. This goes out to the women waiting for welfare at the WIC offices and the winos. This goes out to all the children in the ghetto making sandwiches only made of mayo. This goes out to the single mothers raising their babies solo, to my grandmother looking down from heaven wearing her halo. This is my second installment of my newsletters to my people. Who am I? Well, if you must know, I'm a modern day Angela Davis. I just dreaded up my afro. And I'm seeking change in this city that I love called Chicago, because I don't know about y'all, but I want to live in a non-crack city, a strong black city, where high schoolers don't have to hide heat in their backpack city, where people do more than sit and sip on a six-pack city, where thugs throw away they throwback city, where they don't use the N-word and other words city. Yeah, we all know that Chicago is a Kodak city. In the springtime, you can smell the lilac city, but sometimes, I just want to get on the Amtrak and leave this city. But I love this city, the only place I've ever called home, sweet home, Chicago.
Phenomenal.
Come on over. Now that was fabulous. That was spoken words.
Step in the middle.
That's
Step in
right.
the center of the cipher, as it were.
So Emerald, being a spoken word artist, where do you go to ply your craft? I mean, it's not on the radio, it's not on TV, except maybe
She
tonight.
did open for my New Year's Eve
Yeah.
show
Okay.
at Star Plaza.
I'm just thankful.
She moves
that,
around.
Yeah, the words are something that transcends many audiences. So I get to do Damon's New Year's Eve. I get to be on the radio. And it's also, I really work with the youth in Chicago public schools and just giving them an outlet, knowing that there's so much power in their pen.
And they're so talented, aren't they?
They are very talented. And they also inspire me. Like, they say I inspire them, but their words are so raw and so innocent that they inspire me a lot.
Well, I'm going to tell you, I love the idea of you bringing those types of positive images. I mean, you're telling a story, and the stories we hear nowadays on certain radio stations and the lyrical content is nowhere near as powerful as what you just gave.
Thank you.
And you touched upon some of the positives and the negatives of Chicago and the Inglewood area. And now,
you cannot ignore reality.
Yes, indeed. But we have a bright light, some things going on in Inglewood nowadays. So
Positive movements.
Want to toss to that?
There's positive movement. In fact, as we've said, most of the Inglewood is filled with hardworking, positive, want to get ahead, trying to do the right thing people. And if you recognize that as a market, you'd open a business here, right?
Of course I would.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I took driver's education at Inglewood High School back
well, let's see.
way back there in the last
when they
century.
had to crank the car up in the front. No.
Oh, that's bad.
I did have one of those cars.
We'll let y'all find it out while the rest of us look at this story about a new cafe that just opened that really represents a departure on the business scene here in Inglewood. Here's Tisha Lewis.
It's rare to see new businesses opening in Inglewood.
We don't have enough of that in our community.
So imagine the reaction when Stephanie Montgomery found out a new coffee shop is opening next week in her neighborhood.
We need something like this, connect and communicate and sit down and have coffee.
The original flooring, wood accents, and snapshots of Inglewood fill the 1960s-inspired Kusanya Cafe. Inside, Inglewood resident Phil Sipka puts the finishing touches on decor while Donald Highsmith tested recipes. Kusanya will offer a rare opportunity, sit-down dining and coffee in Inglewood.
We'll be the only place you can get something on a porcelain plate with a metal fork for the area.
It's been 4 years in the making, a journey filled with financial obstacles. When the economy crashed, Sipka and others unable to secure financing were forced to raise money through Kickstarter and private donations.
Churches, residents, even people outside of the community have kind of donated because they wanted to see this happen.
There's a list of people who made this project possible. Each name person listed on this wall either donated time, energy, or money to Kusanya Cafe. But this goes beyond business or coffee. The goal is to connect generations of people.
We don't feel like there's that many places right now where you could have an 83-year-old and a 7-year-old and both feel comfortable in the same space and enjoy it.
While I was there, Sipka was interviewing applicants. He's hoping to fill 3 more positions in the coming days just in time for grand opening. For the Clara-Thon, I'm Tisha Lewis.
So you can go to the Kusanya Cafe 6 days a week, 7 in the morning till 7 in the evening, and it's really, really good, and they are packed. So for those people who are looking for like new markets or emerging markets on other parts of the planet, right here in Inglewood could be considered an emerging market.
And probably as affordable if you jump in now.
And plus, it helps jumpstart the entire Chicagoland economy. You
As he
can't
said
just
earlier.
be strong at the heart of the city. You got to get to the appendages as well.
I love the way you speak. You're so professional and eloquent.
Big words.
Yes.
But
It's so essential.
teasing me.
Yes.
And I can
I am
respect
not teasing
a
you.
business like that because, you know, I've always been within the desert of Chicago, if you will.
Right, the
with
places where
George's.
all the other businesses aren't trying to locate.
Exactly. And the opportunity to give people employment.
Yeah, at George's Music Room over in Lawndale, everybody lived within walking distance of work.
I want to reopen so bad, I'm telling you. But it'll happen. But we're gonna do that.
Yes.
You're going to sell
Maybe-
downloads.
Gonna sell, yeah, there's an idea. We sell downloads.
Yeah, bootleg downloads.
Right.
Anyway.
Okay, so we're having these wonderful raffles for everyone who donates. You can donate as little as $10. You can donate online at www.clarashousechicago.org, or you can donate by text.
41444. Leave a space. No, put Clara.
In the message. 41444 is who you're
Clara.
texting to.
Yes. And then the message, the word Clara, and then the amount. And you can put any amount you so desire.
Or whatever you can afford
And
right now.
www.
Now, does it come from the
No,
phone
Clara's
bill?
House Chicago.
Or
No,
does-
it's not going to. That's going. Look who's here. Look who's here. Okay, and you look like a little raffle guy with your bow tie. I still can't get over. This is a lovely outfit, Tony, but I'm just not used to seeing you, not in your hip hop attire.
I know. You know, I went to that famous Italian designer, Menza Warehouse.
All right, then. Okay, that's a good plug. So we have some raffle winners now. And these are the raffles, and we're going to give away some Macy's gift certificates.
Well, no, right now we have Z Boutique gift cards.
Okay.
$25.
Christmas is coming up, all right?
Indeed.
So go get somebody something from Z Boutique. Do they have men's and women's clothes at Z Boutique?
I'm not sure.
Just women's is fine with me.
They got everything from A to Z.
Okay. Oh, this is funny. You pick it.
I'm just
you
saying.
pick it because if it might be, I don't want to win and then say it was fixed, because a boutique is right up my alley. All right. The winner is Chris Ashley. You do not have to be present to win because we have. Oh,
But
you
she
are
is.
present though.
Okay.
Is
Let's,
here.
okay, great. Thank you so
Fantastic.
much. We'll bring it to you in 1 minute. Let's do another one while we're here.
All right, let's do one more.
All right.
Chris was ready to come on down. We saw you. Chris jumped up like it was
Another Z
gift card, courtesy
Who's
of
that?
Z Boutique. And where are they located? Let's get that out there, too.
Charles.
Or is that Charlize?
Yes, it is.
That's you.
Because you
Yes,
didn't put
it
your
is.
phone number, so we're glad you are
Turned
present
down
to
for
win.
what? You turned up. I'm telling you now.
Okay.
I thought it was Charlie Wilson. I'm
Right.
sorry.
She ain't let you get the last
Congratulations,
name.
ladies. We'll
Charlize
we have the
Ham.
gift cards right here for you.
We like that enthusiasm.
We do have some more stuff coming. We got some more gift cards, and Macy's does have some gift cards.
Yes, we do. It will help. It will help you out with Christmas. But
Great.
because that spoken
Fantastic.
word, Emerald, was so inspirational and wonderful, and you could tell it was meant for us. It was all about Chicago.
Indeed.
There's another spoken word artist here supporting the Clara-Thon tonight. Are you familiar with Harold Green?
Yes.
He's smoking hot. So let's have a big, warm Chicago Clara-Thon welcome for Harold Green.
Harold Green.
Come on, Harold.
While they was getting their party on, I was perfecting my lexicon to take down demon Decepticons, Optimus Prime with a book and some rhymes. Glock quarter, nick and a dime, automatic psychopathic the way I live in these lines. And see, while they was hawking for J's and standing in line, I was becoming Isaac Hayes in the back of my mind. The Black Moses, the people's POTUS, Flying Lotus, hopeless hoaxes, cokes and corpses, walking dead, baking sodas up fiends' noses, venomous vultures from the home of Sosa's, solid soldiers from homes that's broken. And life's a gamble, the heads of tokens, since the days of Tekken when I lost focus. But Black Moses sent here to part the Dead Sea because Casper's floating. Keep it 300, Chryslers are coasting. That's back to the Sosas. Now, while they was bragging, I was boasting. With my mouth bound, they was baffled, but I was boosting their immune system without them knowing. The vaccine is in my saliva, full of morphine. While they was sipping codeine, my pen was on lean. I closed my eyes, these words on screens. Osmosis, permeable cell walls, these words in jeans. I kept a pocket notebook, these words in jeans. Start strong, in scene. See, I'm healing wounds with dopamines. That means while they was resting, I was reciting every line, every page. Enraged, engaged, these audiences amazed by such passion and dedication and what most consider a pastime. But when I grow up, I just want to be a poet. so I can look my son in his eyes and let him know that he can make a living, make them start living, and mark his living all with his mind. They sat in those seats just to listen to me because I sat in that seat day after day, night after night, week after week, nights when I was weak, just so they can hear me for 3 minutes. Just for 3 minutes. But this is so much bigger than these 3 minutes. It took a lifetime just to figure this all out, sit down, write it down, and spit it out, just so when I grow up, I could be a poet. So my son could have options. Ball out on gas, break the bank, pay for photos and studio time and video shoots just so 50 people can download a project that took over half a year to make. Back in that with an EP that only made me $75. What I do with that? Take him and his mama to Chili's on a Tuesday when kids eat free. I took a nap, I woke up, I rubbed my eyes, ready to do it all over again, just so he could have an example. Just so he can know that perseverance, seeing it, is so much different than hearing it. And seeing discipline is so much different than receiving it. And my son will never say I can't because I did. So just understand, when they was complaining, I kept writing, I kept trying. There's no such thing as perfect time and just prepared people. I don't let my son say I can't. Merely I'm having a hard time. That still leaves room for victory, because in hard time comes hard work. So just know, when I grow up, I want to be a poet, so that my son can believe in dreams and not systems, believe in himself and not religions. I don't need him to be caught up in Santa Claus. I need him to realize that he is the gift. I just want him to know that these 3 minutes can change your life. So when everybody was trying to figure out theirs, I decided to write mine.
First of all, another round of applause for Mr. Harold Green. All right. Couple quick questions. How long have you been a poet?
I've been writing since I was 18. I'm 28 now, so, 10 years, yep.
And when you write a poem, how long does it take you to memorize it?
Oh, it don't take me no time. I figure that this really kind of means something to me. It resonates with my soul, so it kind of sticks with me, and it just
Then my final question is, how long does it take to grow that beard?
Man,
okay.
I don't even know. I didn't have it for so long, I can't even remember.
No, great job. Please remember the name, Harold Green. And now back to Robin.
Thank you very much. That was another amazing, inspirational performance. So George and I have been familiar with Clara Kirk and Clara's House for many years. Remember, we give steppers parties for her once a year, because George he can't show you now because we have no music, but he is one of the smoothest Chicago steppers around, like butter, we used to say. But for those of you who are not familiar with the work at Clara's House, which we've seen firsthand.
Of course. Let's check it out, huh?
Let's check it out.
Clara's House is a shelter for homeless and battered women and children. Clara's House opened in 1987 in a donated building from Catholic Charity. This was the rectory. It was during the time and the homeless plight was really great because of the fact that here in Inglewood, the steel mills and Camel Soup and all those places were closing. All of a sudden, hell broke out. People were riding the buses and L's with children and sleeping in garages and abandoned buildings, and they were cooking over garbage cans. And Clara's House were supposed to be just a place that people could come, get a sandwich and a bowl of soup. We were just thinking in terms of getting a person out of the cold, getting the kids out of the cold. We were not thinking in terms of what we had to do in order to really have a place for people to live. I don't think anyone among us really knew what a shelter was. It was fine because all of us wanted betterness for our community and for the children in our community. And that's what Clara's House got its name from. They named Clara's House, not me. Clara's House is a place where women can come to, and it's a safe haven for women and children. I've seen women come to Clara's House in many shapes and fashions, shot up, cut up, beat up. I've known women to cry every day that they were here because they didn't want to be here, didn't have no way out. If a woman comes to Clara's House and she wants to help herself, you got to really want to. Clara's House has, I think it's about 38 rules. And one of the greatest rules is that it's either my way or the highway. Either way you want it. If you want to come here and you want to do your chores and you want to take care of your kids, then okay. No cursing, no fighting, no arguing, no drugs, no drinking, no smoking. It's simple, very simple. You either follow the rules, keep the house clean, take care of the children, see that they fed, see that they're doing what they need to do. You don't want to do that? Go somewhere where it's a flop house. This is not a flop house. This is God's house. You got to want to help yourself. You got to want to prepare yourself for the good things that are in life to come. You have to do what you have to do to help yourself. There's a lot of people, women, don't want to be in shelters, but they have no other alternative. And a lot of people say they're lazy, but no, some people need help. I need help. And because I need help and God has allowed me to help others, I'm grateful for that. I have people that come up to me sometime, they come and say to me, Mrs. Kirk, thank you for what you have done. That Clara's House was a safe haven for me and my children. Clara's House helped me to change my life. That makes me feel really good.
But we have to help Clara Kirk help others who need a little change in their life and need a safety net. This is Hank Johnson. And Hank Johnson I've invited to help Clara Kirk on many occasions. He's a salesman. And we introduced you to the runners in the black box earlier, the people who are calling their friends, raising money for Clara's House, and they're all trying to catch Hank Johnson. What's your pitch, Hank?
Well, I try to be organized. I learned a lot the first time around. I made sure that I called people. I made sure I had the names and the numbers.
You primed them all earlier this week.
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure I was on top of it. Okay. And it went a lot smoother.
And what happens, you know, it's Christmas, and people have that giving spirit, and then you present something to them that's worthy of being given to. Is it a pretty easy sell? Do you find that people are in a charitable mood, or are they really, you know, want to make sure that this is something that they should give their money to? You know, you have to be careful. Everything that says charity isn't necessarily something that you want to give to.
Well, what was so unique is that everybody knows about Clara's House. Everybody's impressed with the things that she's doing. It's a pillar in the community, and it wasn't a tough sell at all. It was a lot easier for me, actually.
Well, and as Clara Kirk will be the first to tell you, we're not perfect. She's, you know, it's not a perfectly. There's no paid employees, so mistakes do get made. There are some administrative challenges, but just keeping the doors open with no regular funding stream, that, I mean, even a businessman like yourself would find that challenging.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. But one of the things that's important to me is to make sure that I give back to the community, make sure my company gives back to the community, my family.
You may as well mention your company while you're
here. Proven Business Systems, and they were one of the big donors tonight, so I want to give a shout out to my company, who certainly makes sure that everybody that works for my company, we give back to the community. We are proponents of that.
Okay, and if we all did that, then the community would be in a lot better shape, and we'd be able to be clients of places like your company. It kind of comes full circle. Hank Johnson, thank you so much. You're always there when Clara's House needs you. You have been here again for the Clara-Thon. We appreciate it.
Thank you. And you know I'm a big Robin Robinson fan, so thank you so much.
Oh,
okay, all right.
That's why I invite him, so I can get a little love. And I have a report from the Black Box Theater where the runners are that we've raised 4,000. Turn the corner. 440. Where am I? Okay, what does that say? Okay, $4,325, and that's just in the black box alone. That's not counting the online donations. So yes, give that a hand. We really appreciate it. Costs about $400,000 a year just to keep the doors open, food on the table, heat, lights on at Clara's House Shelter. And now let's go back to George and Damon.
Thank you, Robin, and thank you, Hank, for all you're doing for Clara's House. Yes, and thank you, George, for showing up all dapper and such.
It was mandatory.
Yeah, yes, it's what you do. We have a success story. With the people that are helping and donating, you'll see the people that go through Clara's House and how they come out successfully. So we have
one. Her name is Maxine Harding.
Maxine Harding. Let's check out some information on Maxine.
Yeah.
I was at Clara's House about 19 years ago, and when I got there, it was a refuge. My children's father was very abusive, but I didn't know he was like that, not until I actually lived with him. I had to mentally play the game with him so that I don't get actually hurt Then I had my daughter, and it got worse. I can recall at one point after I had my daughter, and then he put me out. I was like outside in the apartment with my bags. Still was crying, didn't have nowhere to go. I was fear for my life, so I had to get out for my children's sake. I found out that there was people I could trust. People will protect you if you trust them. Because when you leave, you don't leave with nothing. If I didn't have help, I would go back. There was a lot of interaction, like people comes in and actually counsel you, even though your self-esteem being just like so low. You're just there, just trying to be better. You know, you have to want it to actually help yourself. And they're there to help you. It was just a leg up to move on with your life. And moving on means you cannot be weak to do it. But the strength that I had and the determination that I had to move on, that kept me. Clara's House is very, very, very important right now and needed. For Clara's House to close, it will be devastating. Because if you're not working, there's no way. And if you cannot trust your family, there's no way. I am so glad to where I'm at today. Because where I'm at today, I'm strong. I'm a strong woman. I make decisions that I don't have to be fearful of. You can get your self-esteem back. You can get your strength back to be successful. Now I work and pay my own bills. My children, now they're grown up. My daughter is a nurse. My son is in Minnesota. He's singing. I'm glad that I did something with my life. But I want to give a shout out to Clara's House. And look where I'm at now. I'm a success. I thank God that your door was open to me. I hope that many ladies going through the situation would not be afraid of trusting someone to actually tell them what they're going through. Because if you reach out to someone, there's hope for you and your children.
That's what Clara's House is all about. That's what the Clara-Thon is all about, supporting people who find themselves in a situation with very few ways out.
Yeah. But she obviously did find her way, so we do thank Clara's House for what they've done. Yes. And you can help that happen to many more people.
That's right. You
Correct?
can help them turn that corner, because it's not as easy as it sounds. You think, oh, I would get out of that abusive situation, or I would go get a job, or I would do this. It's not as easy as it sounds, especially if you have children that you have to worry about taking care of, keeping them clothed and fed and warm. So help Clara, help them. www.clarashousechicago.org. You make a donation online. You'll be entered into a raffle to win some fabulous prizes, or donate by text. I know you got this.
That's a 41444.
41444. That's who you're texting to. And then in the message box, you're going to put
Clara. Then you put Clara, leave a space, and the amount you want to donate.
All right. We'll make your donation for you.
Yeah,
right.
do that.
So we've told you we're going to have
George is going to send a telegram.
Is a bird pecking that out right now?
No,
so
fax it.
enlightenment and entertainment. And I'm not, Georgia, we're familiar with kind of old school music. And we are a little old school. So there's a group that when they put it on the rundown for me, I thought it was a placeholder because it said the Whoever's. And I'm like, they just mean whoever they can get. But it's not. There really is a group called.
And next up we have Whoever.
It is. No, this is and ask your teenagers, but they've heard of them. They are a Filipino hip-hop group called, and please give a round, warm welcome to the Whoever's.
How you guys doing? Can y'all make some noise? Yes. So, anybody heard of us before? No? All right, well, this is your chance. We go by the Whoever's. I go by .com.
And I'm Jay Arthur. How you guys doing tonight?
Y'all ready? Y'all ready? All right, let's have some fun.
Let's have some fun. Clara House.
You guys are more than welcome to stand up if you want. It's up to you.
Put your hands up.
Or you can sit down.
Or you can sit down.
Be comfortable.
I know you guys just got, everybody's got off of work, you know, you want to relax.
Oh, but how are things going tonight, though? Good? Good? So, I guess here's the song. Who realizes the sample? Anybody? Anybody got, we got Aaliyah fans? Hold on.
Say don't rush, don't rush, don't rush.
Put your hands up. And move. There you go, side to side.
If I do, it's time when it goes.
Hey.
If I do, if I don't.
Hey.
Yes, yes. Damn. What do I start with this? I'ma walk when she twist them hips. And when she talk, oh my God, them lips.
Marvelous.
Far from a wanted chick. Baby play and the living holidays. Church be on the room whenever she slide through. Double looks times two. Making all the young brothers pray.
My Lord.
Making time for it. Best dressing is not time for it. Find designers at a black thrift store. Stunt never front, let it grind. Rick Ross. Cause he was around when the boy was down and out on the couch, no doubt.
Piss poor.
So I'ma get my all, catch you when you slip, fall, trip, stone, miss, call, any type of car.
So let me know, let me know.
Let me know where we heading, darling.
I gotta go, couple shows.
But I'll be back in the back and I'm on a calling. And might I add that smile, perfect down to work, making my mans heard this ride me down while wearing that pants of skirt.
Say baby, girl, baby, baby, girl, baby, baby.
Baby, girl, baby, baby. Baby, baby.
Say baby, girl, baby, baby, girl, baby, baby, girl,
baby, girl, baby, baby. Baby, I'll be there.
Put your hands up. Now put your hands up. Put your hands up. Now put your hands up. Put your hands up. Put your hands up.
Yes.
Make some noise.
Yes.
Damn. Where do I start from this? Feel me fast, you bond, you thick. And when you walk, oh my God, your hips. Marvelous. Far from a party chick, those that have no sense and never out of it. The way you rock the boat, hit it on my notes, killing the fast and slow, know how to rhyme my shit. Good Lord, looking like a bad goddess. Heel song, pull out the red carpet. Could you be how you be, why you be, what you be, when we be alone in an apartment? As long as you got me, we can get better with time. I'm not too romantic, but you looking classic, and I'd be damned if I don't make you what's mine. Damn. So let me know where you wanna go, where you wanna see. If you wanna flow, maybe we could be one-dimensional, depending on where we go. 2 stops, 3 different roads, pick and roll. 4-page letters to 100 grand. I wanna share my world.
Girl.
Hope you understand. Make some noise, Chicago.
Girl. Clara House.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
We go by the Whoever's. Look us up again. .com. Jay Arthur.
Thank you so much, Clara House. You guys have been great.
Bless. Come on over, brothers. Come on over. Yeah. So, how you doing, man?
Good, man.
Great.
Yeah. I'm awkward with the mic right now.
That's we got stuff tonight.
Well done.
Yeah, I was tweeting out your performance. That's I put you on Instagram just now.
Yeah, everything,
Okay.
right?
Yes,
All right.
indeed.
Everything for the whoever's doing that.
Everything. I put whoever everywhere.
Everywhere?
Whatever. Yes, indeed.
Whoever, whatever,
Right.
however.
Whatever's, however.
So where'd you all come up? Here in Chicago somewhere?
Yeah,
Basically, in 93, I moved around Chicago area, Berwyn, to be exact. It was 10 minutes away. So.
I know where it is, yeah.
I came up in Humboldt Park.
Humboldt Park, northwest side. Lived over there for a minute, had to leave.
You've been everywhere, apparently. Been kicked out all kinds of good places.
I've been wherever.
You've been where? Well, we wish you guys a lot of luck. I know it's a competitive scene out there in the hip hop world.
It really is, definitely.
So. You got to do it for the love, you know. It's all for fun.
Indeed. Keep grinding, and thank you all for helping out today.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
The whoever's, look out for them, people. Look out for them. All right.
And yeah, that's a good thing. Doing it for the love. That's why we're here tonight. Is we're doing it for the love of those who need our help, so that then when they get on their feet, they can turn around and help someone else. It really is. It's a win-win for the Clara-Thon, Clara's House Shelter, taking your donations tonight online. Actually, we take your donations not just tonight, but anytime. But tonight, your donations enter you into a raffle to win some fabulous prizes. www.clarasHouseChicago.org. My wonderful co-host here, George Daniels, George's Music Room, and just all
the
around.
Dapper fella.
The dapper fella.
The man about town.
Hey, well,
And
I'm
Damon
celebrating
Williams.
my birthday and stuff, so anyway.
Happy birthday to George, y'all. Big happy birthday. When I say happy, you say birthday happy. Thank you.
They got that on the first try. I was gonna let them go a couple more times, but they could not improve. And David Williams, thank you very much. We know that you are in great demand, and we appreciate what you're doing for Clara Kirk and Clara's House and for Chicago, for your hometown.
Absolutely, like to represent. And if after this telethon is over, you can still ride past if you need to and drop off a donation.
That's right.
You can take a check over there.
Go online. That's right. Clara does accept visitors. So we have another set of co-hosts coming your way. My original host for this evening, Tony Sculfield, returning because he's a brave man. Because you never know what this other fella might do. He's quite the prankster. Leon Rogers and Tony Sculfield returning for the, that's right. That's the team.
All dressed up.
Handoff.
They dressed up for radio.
Right.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever seen either one of them. They're suited down. All right,
y'all
gentlemen.
look like y'all work on VON now.
All right, pass that on. Hey, maybe so. Maybe they're preparing themselves for the next. No, I won't say that here. I'm gonna pass the baton.
Give it up for the lovely Robin. We love Robin to death.
That's right. My man, Damon Williams.
Big brother Damon Williams. World's oldest vampire, George Daniels.
That's right. Give it up for Harriet Tubman's first husband, George Daniels. They ran away together.
Okay. Look for Tony on 79th and Stony Island with the bean pies. All right?
Man, give it up for George Daniels, man.
Make some noise for Robin Robinson, Damon Williams, George Daniels, the godfather of Chicago music. This is my co-host every morning on the Morning Riot, Mr. Leon Rogers.
It's a pleasure getting up in the morning and working with this brother, man, and I'm glad that he asked me to be a part of this, Clara's House. You know, I was in the back. Clara was kind of upset because, you know, I brought a date.
Oh,
Me and Clara, you know, Clara's kind of upset with me, so, you know, I'm on punishment right now. I got to be a good boy. So I lost my date, and rest of the night I'm hanging out with Clara.
You may end up at Clara's house tonight.
That's right. That's right.
You may end up on the couch at Clara's house tonight, bro.
All right, man.
Right about now, man, we had to go to montage. You guys check out this video footage real quick.
What you need is a montage.
Yes. All right, just a little montage to see your girl, Clara, and all that she does. Of course, you guys can still donate 41444, that's the number, and you put in the message, Clara space, and whatever amount you want. You can start at $10, and you can go as high as $10,000. We really need your help so that Clara Kirk can continue to do the great things she does in the community.
What? And the thing about it is, nothing you give is it's appreciated. Anything you give is appreciated because every little bit helps. Clara's house needs things done, maintenance, bills, everything. It all goes to help Clara's house, a great, great cause. And like I said, we're here tonight, man. It's been some great acts.
Oh, man.
Come through already,
How have you guys enjoyed the talent tonight? Give it up for all of the talent that we had.
Great acts. And then I was looking at some of them pictures. There's a lot of heavyweight celebrities there. I mean, I saw you. I saw Ramonski Love.
Well.
I mean, I don't get invited.
Clara's been known to do her thing. And you know what, like we were saying, Clara's definitely, they need money to maintain what they're doing. Imagine having a place that holds 20, 30 bedrooms that need heat, need electricity. Imagine getting that gas bill. I know when I get my little raggedy gas bill at my house, I have a problem with that. So imagine having a gas bill that houses just so many different people. So that's why we need your help. 41444, and you guys can text Clara space and any amount. Right now we got some more entertainment though.
Oh, wow.
This is no exception to the rule that we got great entertainment.
Love this guy, man. This is a very positive brother. He does a lot of work with young children in the area, showing them the ins and out of the music business. Please put your hands together for the one and only Mr. Christopher Lamarck and Cheyenne right now.
Make some noise, y'all.
The news is on like every other channel with words they tangle with, sounds like rambling. Another child suffers while he waits on his guardian. Mommy shoots up on Lake's white heroin. Studio apartment finds overdose children. What the world is going on? Flipping through CNN. Best friend lost weight, trying to look real thin. Mother type females, most of them follow trends. Driving on the highway, sipping on Daddy Gin. Another prom queen dies way back in Michigan. Rest in peace, baby girl, her mother yells Maryland. Boyfriend survives, but he would never walk again. Hurricane Katrina had made my heart real big. September 9/11 made me want to pray for them. Fighting for America and never felt relevant. With many lives lost, where was the government shy?
You see, I'm tired of the same old things. It got me struggling in every way. Lord, you know what I need. You know what I'm praying for. Peace.
I know you all want peace.
Peace.
I know you all want peace.
Peace.
Waiting on a miracle, the light shines brighter, yo. Formulate my mind, stay walking through the right door. Looking through the peephole, I wonder where the dead go. Suicides go to hell, but only God really know. What about the Big Bang? People just let it go. I think about the highways and how we take the wrong road. And if I leave my kids now, will karma be exposed? And when he grows up, will he be another Van Gogh? Will he be tainted for the past that his father chose? His dad had to deal with the status quo, deal with the household and see what the house owes. Mommy's in the kitchen, man, she praying that it unfold. Speaking on the telephone, when you coming back home? I need you in my life, I can't do it, I feel so alone. He knocks on the door, she put a smile on. I'm sorry for the past, it would be a stepping stone and shot.
You see, I'm tired of the same old things. It got me struggling in every way. Lord, you know what I need. You know what takes the pain away. Peace.
And everybody want peace?
Peace.
And do you all want peace?
Peace. Peace.
God bless. Make some noise if you want peace.
Christopher Lamarck. Come here, young lady. You're very talented. Chris, let me ask you a question, man. Now, you have an organization that you deal with that helps youngsters learn both sides of the game on the music business, the performance side, and production and the business side. You want to talk a little bit about that?
Sure, thank you. Well, the company is called Yellow Happy Creative Art. And the reason why I started Yellow, because I saw so many people out here who was dark. And yellow is a beautiful color. It means happiness, creativity, and art. And we all need sunshine in our communities, right?
Yes, sir.
So I take young people like Cheyenne, who's a wonderful vocalist, right?
Yes.
And we produce and we develop this talent, and we give them an outlet. And it doesn't cost to be a part of Yellow. So for more information, you guys can go to yellowhca.com, and you can learn more about our development company.
Real quick, Cheyenne, working with my man Christopher Lamarck, what are some of the things that he has taught you and some of the things that you've gotten to do working with the group?
He's taught me to be very confident on stage and just to be yourself. And since I've been working with him, I've been performing in local areas, and it's gained my confidence a lot.
All right.
All right, man. I just want to let everybody know before they get off stage, man, I'm real proud of this brother, and I'm proud of the students that he puts out. And I wrote that song.
All right. Just put it on out there, man.
I wrote that.
Right about now, let's take a video. Let's look at a video about Clara's House and the history of Clara's House in the community.
Clara's House is a shelter for homeless and battered women and children. Clara's House opened in 1987 in a donated building from Catholic Charity. This was the rectory. It was during the time that and the homeless plight was really great because of the fact that here in Inglewood, the steel mills and Camel Soup and all those places were closing. All of a sudden, hell broke out. People were riding the buses and the L's with children and sleeping in garages and abandoned buildings, and they were cooking over garbage cans. And Clara's House were supposed to be just a place that people could come, get a sandwich and a bowl of soup. We were just thinking in terms of getting a person out of the cold, getting the kids out of the cold. We were not thinking in terms of what we had to do in order to really have a place for people to live. I don't think anyone among us really knew what a shelter was. It was fine because all of us wanted betterness for our community and for the children in our community. And that's what Clara's House got its name from. They named Clara's House, not me. Clara's House is a place where women can come to, and it's a safe haven for women and children. I've seen women come to Clara's House in many shapes and fashions, shot up, cut up, beat up. I've known women to cry every day that they were here because they didn't want to be here, didn't have no way out. If a woman comes to Clara's House and she wants to help herself, you got to really want to. Clara's House has, I think it's about 38 rules. And one of the greatest rules is that it's either my way or the highway. Either way you want it. If you want to come here and you want to do your chores and you want to take care of your kids, then okay. No cursing, no fighting, no arguing, no drugs, no drinking, no smoking. It's simple, very simple. You either follow the rules, keep the house clean, take care of the children, see that they're fed, see that they're doing what they need to do. You don't want to do that? Go somewhere where it's a flop house. This is not a flop house. This is God's house. You got to want to help yourself. You got to want to prepare yourself for the good things that are in life to come. You have to do what you have to do to help yourself. There's a lot of people, women, don't want to be in shelters, but they have no other alternative. And a lot of people say they're lazy, but no, some people need help. I need help. And because I need help and God has allowed me to help others, I'm grateful for that. I have people that come up to me sometime, they come and say to me, Mrs. Kirk, thank you for what you have done. That Clara's House was a safe haven for me and my children. Clara's House helped me to change my life. That makes me feel really good.
Good stuff.
Wow, give a round of applause for Clara Kirk and all she does.
Good stuff, good stuff, good stuff.
All right, we'd like to keep this party rolling. Like we said, we have some great entertainment. We looked all over the Chicagoland area, and we found some of the best talent available. This young lady right here is no exception.
And remember, I wrote all of these songs.
Every single one of these songs was wrote by Leon Rogers.
That's right.
Please welcome Miss Shannon Baker.
Give it up, give it up.
Hi, I'm Shannon Baker, and this is a song I wrote about a girl who thought it would be cool to bully me, but instead of crying about it, I wrote a song about it. So it's called The Words They Said. It's hard to trust people in a world like this. People always trying to be spreading just want it all to end. It all to end. People always talking, talking always spreading the latest gossip. They don't even understand the words they said, stuck in my head. The words they said, the words they said. People have to act so innocent, but it's all bullshit. I'm so sick of it. People have to talk about me, have to talk about my family. Just let us be. People have to spread these rumors to feel cooler. But your words, they hurt. It's hard to trust people in a world like this. People always gotta be spreading shh. Just want it all to end. It all to end. People always talking, talking. Always spreading the latest gossip. They don't even understand the words they said, stuck in my head. The words they said, the words they said. People don't realize anything that's happening. Open your eyes and see. People have to spread these rumors to feel cooler. But your words, they hurt. It's hard to trust people in a world like this. People always gotta be spreading shh. Just want it all to end. It all to end. People always talking, talking. Always spreading the latest gossip. They don't even understand the words they said, stuck in my head. The words they said, the words they said.
Shannon Baker, yes.
Nice. Give it up.
Awesome job.
It's Grammy Award winning stuff right there. Play the guitar and sing at the same time. I can't walk and chew gum. It's just amazing. Give it up one more time, man. Great job. Great job.
We got Shannon Baker, once again, make some noise for her. Don't forget, you guys can go to 41444. That's the number. Text Clara space plus your amount, and that's how you donate. We're going to need your donations to continue to come in. Of course, this thing is going all the way till 8 o'clock, and we're going to just need you guys to continue to donate and contribute.
I would have did sign language for you right then and there, but I didn't want to be like my man. So I just decided not to. I could do the 4-1 and the 4-4, but after that, the Clara's house.
Yeah, we don't want to do any more sign language.
Yeah,
but
we don't
at this time, Leon, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Good evening. I am Tony Sculfield, and welcome to Clara's House News. At this time, the top story, now joining us, another legendary newsman, Mr. Mark Sapelsa. Right.
Oh man, you the man, bro. You the man. We're just, blessed to be in your presence, man. Y'all give it up for Mark one more time.
Mark Sapelsa, legendary.
Been holding it down in Chicago forever.
Give it up for Clara Kirk. This is all about Clara's house.
That's right.
I've done a million of these telethons in the past, and you know what? The deal is you got to tell people, bring your money now.
That's it.
Now.
41444.
That's the number. Yep.
Space Clara, space
amount.
Your amount.
You can start at $10 and you can go as high as you would like to go.
That's exactly right. Any amount will do. Any amount will do.
Is that one working? Any amount will do. 41444 Clara.
Yes, sir.
Space your amount. And don't forget, there's lots of great programming here at WYCC. They always bring the newsman in to promote the programming, especially when it's news stuff. There's things like In the House. Also, we've got things like Buddy Guy special coming up. Take a look.
Tonight, as Illinois copes with a financial crisis, the political future of Governor Pat Quinn is on the line.
Well, I think too many legislators are worried about their own situation and not about the people of Illinois.
We don't think anyone should be tolerating this sort of pollution. That's not how we should be living today.
I've literally gone out to evictions that it was just one of the ones on the list that day, and the homeowners sitting there telling us that the locks have been changed on them. It was like, well, no, you can't do that.
So you've got safe passage issue, you've got really rough neighborhoods that these kids are walking through. Added on to that, you've got this other safety component where there's schools that are rival gangs.
I think we have to increase the awareness so people realize that it's a problem right here in our own backyards and not just in a foreign country.
There were clues. There were clues over the past 5-6 years that something wasn't quite right.
A Chicago photographer is working to capture the void left in many city communities after the closing of 47 schools.
You know, my goal with the series is to really be part of the dialogue and get people to see a little bit of a glimpse of what's going on over the summer of this closure. Some of these schools may very well be torn down and we will never see them again.
The biggest things that are affecting our community right now in urban America is the dropout rate.
And we're really just reaching out to our young people in Chicago and really want to provide programs and camps that help them to just feel better about themselves and go create the things that they want in life.
But danger and threats don't stop him. Nuez says this is in his blood and his family history, a childhood fear he's turned into his career.
Welcome, everybody.
Thank you.
So the federal workers are back, and we're not going to have a default, at least for now. Michelle, should we be cheering this news?
Oh, I told someone yesterday I'm so fed up I could spit.
I've always considered myself a supporter of human rights, but I also recognize that my rights end where the next person's rights begin.
But I know a crisis when I see one, and it's bad. It's the biggest pension crisis in the United States.
But there needs to be actual courage in Springfield, and if you can find some, call me.
And you know how things are. They have all this pent-up energy. If they don't have anything positive to do, what are they going to do? They're going to hit the street.
Yeah, the schools have become more than just places to educate. They've become places of security.
We could talk about pension reform all we want, but until people go back to work, we're not going to have the type of revenue we need to actually plug in the holes that we continue to face here in the state.
That's it for tonight. You are now in the loop. Until next week, I'm Barbara Pinto.
And I'm Chris Bury. Goodbye.
Blues music is my life. You cut me, I'll bleed Robert Johnson, Buddy Guy, Carl Weathersby.
Don't send me no doctor.
It's either comedic, tragic,
Fill me up with all those pills.
freedom, bondage,
Me a mayonnaise that can feel good.
fantasy, reality, love or lust.
Blues music is a documentary of life. If you really play the blues from what you feel inside, you be telling the truth.
You just couldn't leave.
it's the one musical genre that really allows you to put a lot of feeling into it and express yourself through that, whether you be happy or sad or anxious. It's a really good way of expressing those emotions and also sometimes dealing through those emotions.
Legendary Buddy Guy.
Wow.
Check out my air guitar.
It makes you want to tap your feet and dance. What song are you playing?
That was the worst air guitar ever. It don't even matter.
That was jazz air. That was blues air guitar, though. There's a difference.
It was horrible.
It wasn't rock air guitar.
In the Loop and Buddy Guy
That's
here
right.
on WICC.
Definitely.
All right, let's give away some stuff, shall we?
Yes, we got some very nice Macy's gift cards that I was going to keep for myself, but then they told me I had to give them away.
Security guard said, please give those away.
I'm going to have to give away my Macy's gift cards.
We are watching
Well,
it.
they're not mine, but you know what I mean. They were gonna
We have some winners?
Yes. Dina Everidge, she's going to have a nice Macy's gift card. Do a little Christmas shopping.
All right, Dina Everidge.
Don't hate, congratulate. Joy Price Lewis also will be getting a Macy's gift card. And last but not least, getting their last little Christmas shopping in with this Macy's gift card, Jada Russell also has a Macy's gift card. So, hey, look at that, man.
Congratulations.
Donate and you can win.
That's
you
right.
gotta love that.
That's it.
And you got about what? You got 4 days till Christmas, so go ahead and get
4
your
days.
shopping in.
Now, were those folks that already donated money to Clara's house? Is that the deal?
Yes.
See, that's what happens.
Yes.
4
Give and you get
1
back.
4 4 4 is your text number.
That's right.
You put in Clara's, right? Clara's
Clara,
house.
space, and then your amount.
Then your amount of money, and then you too can win a Macy's gift card.
Sweet.
Or whatever we've got in the
lot more stuff.
the
to
Bozo
come.
drum over there.
Yes.
Hey, and shouts out my guy David Day came by from Macy's, dropped those off personally, and he just wanted us to make sure that we gave those out to the people who are giving out the donations. And we appreciate you guys so much.
Very generous people. Hey, listen, before we pitch you up for more money, how about some Irish dancing?
Let's do it.
Wow.
We got a guy by the name of Ian King and Aislinn Gagliardi. Take a look at these two steps.
Nice.
Danny Davis, thanks for coming in. We appreciate that.
Well, thank you very much. You know, I can't think of anything I'd rather be doing than to be out here at the beautiful Kennedy King College talking about Clara's house.
Clara's house, Clara's place, two places that are so essential to this community between battered women, children, people that need help. And Clara, as we know, made it in the headlines the last couple of months because she was fighting to keep her place heated, keep those people fed. And that's why we're here, to raise money, by the way. 41444 is the text message. You dial that or punch it in, 41444, put Clara and then space, the amount of money. You can do $5, $10, what have you. What does Clara's house mean to the place that you've represented for so many years?
Well, you know that every unit of government, whether it's federal government, state government, local government, all governmental entities have been cut, and none of them have the money that they used to have in terms of tax dollars that they could then dispense to social service agencies. And so in order to make up for it, we've got to have people in the community, that is citizens, everyday people, giving whatever they can give, whether it's $10, $25, $50, $100. You know, a little bit becomes much when you put it together. It's true. And Clara has been such an inspiration to people all over the metropolitan area of Chicago. I've been here any number of times. I've been aware, I've visited, I've seen people who had no place to go. Now they have shelter. I've seen women who've been battered. I've seen children who've been wondering whether or not they'd have any sanctuary, any place to turn. And they could always turn to Clara's place, to Clara's house. I think she's just a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful woman who reminds you of everything that Christmas and the holiday season is about. Giving, giving. So reach in your pocket, grab your checkbook, grab your credit card, and give until it hurts. And then when it hurts, give some more.
Perfect. How about that spiel? Was that a wonderful message or what? And the congressman's right. You probably went out today, or you're going to go out tomorrow and Saturday and Sunday to do your holiday shopping. Get all your Christmas stuff done. You're going to get all the fixings for your Christmas Eve dinner, your Christmas Day brunch. But you know what? Don't forget the people that need it the most, those who are less fortunate. Congressman, we talked about some of the funding that has gone awry or aside in large part because of the economy tanking from 2008 until about a year ago. That also has to affect the funding that could come in from these institutions to Clara's house and Clara's place, which means individuals are more important than ever.
Oh, you know, we've never seen it like it is right now. But when you take that little bit that you've got, when you can give some of what you've got to somebody else so that they now have, you know, I get carried away at Christmas time. I always say I'm not going to, but I just simply get, I mean, I've been to so many places today, senior citizens' homes, buildings, people having parties. You know what? I walk around Christmas time with a trunk full of warm coats and jackets and scarves and gloves, and just stop by homeless shelters where men and women are cold, and you get a good feeling. So please put Clara under your Christmas tree. Clara's house, Clara's place, certainly they're under my tree. I don't necessarily have a whole lot of anything, but I can tell you I have enough to share with those who have even less. And that's exactly what I'm going to do, and that's what I'm encouraging all of us to do.
You heard it from the voice, Congressman Danny Davis. Thank you for coming in. We appreciate you telling the folks at home what we're all about. It's Clara-Thon, Clara's house, Clara's place, 41444. Simple text message. Punch that into your phone. Put Clara, then space, a donation. Like the congressman said, could be $5, could be $10. If you've got $100, wonderful. Any amount will do, because it does take each and every individual at home and sitting in the audience here with us to make a village, to keep a place or two places like Clara's House and Clara's Place, which help battered women and children, or those that are just less fortunate, need a meal, need a place to stay, need the warm coat that's in the back of Congressman Davis's trunk that he gives out when he comes back to the district. That's the kind of giving we're talking about here at the Clara-Thon.
100 for me, 100 for my wife.
Thank you so much. Right. Did you hear that? 100 from Congressman Danny Davis, 100 from his wife. He's been giving all afternoon, all evening. You can too. Let's go to a videotape that kind of tells you a little bit about some of the struggles in the communities that we're talking about here. The message basically, hey, jail time is no different than homelessness. There's lots of that in the community, and the way you can help is by giving to Clara's House and Clara's Place. Take a look.
When we talk about social system-based issues, horrible school systems, poverty, homelessness, racism, lack of jobs, violence, drug abuse, all these different things. There's one unifying factor through all of them, and that is usually we're talking about someone who's poor and grew up in neighborhoods that are poverty-stricken. And individuals that are homeless are even at the bottom of that rung. For whatever reason, situations and circumstances have happened in their lives that have led them there. And the worst, and what breaks my heart the most, is seeing how many children are homeless. We can do better. And any organization that attempts to help those who have fallen on such times, to have them living on the street, particularly in a city like Chicago, where it is not easy, as if it's easy to live on the street anywhere without a home, but particularly in Chicago, then that's an organization that needs to be supported. It's an organization that should be applauded and is fulfilling a vital need.
Okay, let's make it. Okay, let's make it. Okay.
Voice of God.
Yes.
Coming down to tell you, donate 41444. Text Clara, then your donation after a space there. $5, $10, you can do it. Okay, baby. I think he probably does, at least on Sundays. Yeah. Congressman Danny Davis?
I just want him to read me a story every time he starts talking. Like towards the night before Christmas, I would sit there like a little kid.
He does. He's got that DJ voice where...
Oh, man, like late night.
Put me to sleep with that soothing voice.
With the congressman. All right. But coming up next, we got a very positive young lady. She does her thing on the microphone, and she's going to do it here right now. Give it up, show some love for FM Supreme. Clap, everybody. Come on, welcome her out.
Yeah. Okay, let's make it.
Y'all better make noise.
Okay, let's make
people
it.
in here.
Okay, let's make it.
Well, y'all know it's at.
Okay,
make some noise like
it.
there's 100 people in here.
Okay, let's make it. Okay, let's make it.
Clara's House.
Okay, let's make it. Okay, let's make it.
Commonwealth.
Okay, let's make it. Okay,
Chicago
let's make
Youth
it.
Peace.
Okay, let's make it.
Open my ass, that horns on the ras. Blood in the scab between you and I. Nothing to look forward to, my hope just that. I lost everything. Could have been that. Politicians talk normally, they last. Barely got jobs, but we got our pride. Gotta keep going like the road I strap. Rap speaking death, let me testify. They poison in the youth. I spit the truth up in this booth. The streets is bleeding blood. Random slugs be running loose. Post-racial republic. We tie our own news. Blacks hanging blacks. Body counts is the proof. Don't need to read the paper. I get my news from Twitter. Social network is our network. Water broke about to deliver. I'm a saint, I am a sinner. Not a race, I'm still a winner. Took forever to get where I'm going, cause where I'm going's prepare a dinner for the queen. Just call me FM. This real life, I'm not a freshman. Held back a couple years, I had to learn a couple lessons. No longer adolescent, my presence leave them guessing. They stressing new competition. I'm pressing your backwards message like
okay, let's make it.
Push.
Okay, let's make it.
Push.
Okay, let's make it.
Push.
Okay, let's make it.
Push stronger.
Okay, let's make it.
Push longer. Push wiser. Push smarter. Push. You gotta push. You gotta push. I gotta push. We gotta push faster. Push wider. Push stronger. Push harder. Look, okay, let's make it. It won't be given, so I gotta take it. Take it. Rules of the game. Stay out my lane. Up virtue. It's patience. Patience. The world is waiting. They need great music. Tupac Shakur is my influence. This is a movement for males you we knew in. Black Panther Party. Police stop shooting. 421. I went around the alleys crashing, blasting. Feel like I hear magic, cause I hear nothing but a pocket full of hope. Sponsor myself. Never so dope. Never so drugs. Smoke a few trees and time my map play tricks on me. Yes, to reach my pyramid. Mary Jane be lying to me. And to me, and I believe to her. Now I'm leaving her. Cause it's time to go. Lift that youngest. All we know. And it's CHICAGO. What if you pop gonna drop out of school? Straight to the prison cause they broke the rules. To the sisters to the sub trees like some fools. Some didn't do the crime, but they paid the dues. I mean, they paid the time. It's not colorblind. New Jim Crow is 11 well. Rest in peace, Oscar Grant, Trayvon Martin, Sean Bell. But just to be served, only time will tell. The movie keep flowing like a running well. Flex in the mirror, your soul's a veil. Look yourself in the ass, or are you for real?
Okay, let's make it.
Push.
Okay, let's make it.
Push.
Okay, let's make it.
Push right. Push.
Okay, let's make it.
Push longer.
Okay, let's make it.
Push smarter. You got it.
Okay, let's make it.
Push.
Okay, let's make it.
Push.
Okay, let's make it.
Push.
Okay, let's make it.
Push wiser.
Okay,
You want to do something faster. Push stronger.
Okay, let's make it.
Push harder. Yeah. Nobody said it would be easy. Nobody said it would be easy. Nobody said it would be easy. Please believe me.
Okay, let's make it.
Thank y'all.
One time. Push.
And that was the voice of God, by the way.
That was the voice of God. Push the buttons on that phone and text.
4144.
Mm-hmm.
Clara.
Clara.
Space. $5, $10, whatever you want. Every little bit will help. By the way, you can also go to clarashousechicago.org. You can find where to email, where to do it online, where to call if you want to pick up the phone and actually, you know, we don't even dial the phone these days. We text all the time. Talk to it.
But people will still call you and ask you for directions. Hey, Mark, how you get there? Take your smartphone out and use the app. But you don't need an app. All you have to do is, like you said, 4144 Clara.
41444 Clara, space, then your amount of money.
That's it.
Don't forget, all the money stays at Clara's house, Clara's place. And you know what she's helping to do? Here in Inglewood, she's doing something that the mayor of Chicago was talking about this week on the newscast. That is computer coding, because where are the jobs of the future? There.
Wow.
Check this out.
Do you code? Probably not, but they do thanks to Inglewood Codes.
I've kept a 4.0 GPA since I've started school.
15-year-old Kamara Brown created her own website from scratch using a language she learned at Teamwork Inglewood.
The program was a 10-week program to teach people how to build websites using HTML, CSS, Bootstrap, JavaScript, and GitHub.
I have a carousel on my first page. This is what JavaScript does. See, I don't have to touch it to move by itself eventually.
Brown and her older sister Alicia, along with 17-year-old Tony Robinson and dozens of high school students, traded camp for coding this summer.
It gives young people the opportunity to learn something new that isn't even in the Inglewood area until just now.
At first it was if you could read a book, you were okay, and if you could write, you were fine, and if you could use a computer, you could land a job. We truly believe that this is the new literacy. Our tact is that those students who want to excel and achieve, and that is the vast majority of students in Inglewood, ought to have opportunities to connect with mentors and skills that will prepare them for the future.
And though Congressman Bobby Rush and Senator Mark Kirk agreed to disagree on using federal resources to combat Chicago's gang problem, they did pledge their support of Inglewood Codes. During a tour of the South Side neighborhood, the two stopped by Inglewood Codes' graduation ceremony.
One thing that Senator Kirk was saying was that we're outsourcing a lot of tech skill and jobs overseas. We should be able to insource that same type of work right here in the neighborhood. The best way for the city of Chicago to stay competitive is to grow a broad base of talent throughout the entire neighborhood, yes, even in Inglewood.
For the Clara-Thon, I'm Tisha Lewis.
There you have it.
Good stuff.
I'm telling you, that's where the jobs are. I can't even set my VCR, but if you could code computers, that's where the money is in the future.
So I'm so glad I have a teenager in my house, because if it ain't the remote control or the TV or the button that says popcorn on the microwave, I don't mess with it.
I still have a VCR that has 12, 12, 12, 12, 12, 12, 12, unless my son's around.
Yeah, I'm just lazy. I won't set mine.
Hey, can I bring somebody back here?
Yes. She's got to be pretty.
She's
got to be very intelligent.
Talented.
She just got to be cool to kick it with.
And you know what? I was doing that for 5 years one time, right on this TV station.
Yes, sir.
That'd be Ms. Robin Robinson.
Yes,
Please
bring it out,
her
show
back.
us some love.
Nice to see you. Thanks for having me.
Oh, you know, we're not supposed to be caught anywhere together.
This is illegal, isn't it?
This is illegal, but it's nice to see you. Thank you so much. Mark has supported Clara's House for a very, very long time.
Thanks to you.
And a cause like this, there is no television competition. We're all together.
I actually posted it on Twitter and Facebook. I said, there's no fence in helping Clara's House.
That's right.
I'm going to be on Fox TV later on with my good friend Robin Robinson.
That's right. And WGN, the direct competitor, it doesn't matter. We are on the same team as far as this is concerned. Thank you so much. I know you have a long ride, and you do have that live 9 p.m. newscast, which we just gave a plug to. Not a problem.
Okay,
all right. Bye-bye. Mark Sabell says WGN.
I will.
All right.
41444. That's right. He's upset with Clara's House for many. Good guy, great journalist, and got a great heart.
We got another good dude out here.
We do, but you know what? I think that we're gonna make people wait a little bit for this. We heard you a little earlier. We're gonna let you play us out. First, we want to give away the big prizes.
Nice.
To the big
bowl.
That's the cereal bowl. Where's your big spoon?
On the south side of Chicago, this is a cereal bowl. We all know that.
Hey, I remember that when you had no milk and used water.
With the big Kool-Aid
yes,
spoon.
Sir.
Oh, y'all were really deprived.
Yeah, we were.
You need to go over to Clara's house. All right, so our grand raffle.
These are grand prizes.
So $100 bought a raffle ticket. So if you donated $1,000, you have 10 opportunities to win one of these prizes. And we are going to begin with, it's not necessarily the least prize, but I guess the least expensive.
Okay.
And that would be from Mid-City Engineering. I think it's changed my life. It's a drone locator for your vehicle. So if you have you got
for your spouse.
Right, yeah, I'm like, yeah.
Well, if your spouse is in the vehicle, you can locate them too. So if you have a teenage driver, it's a wonderful thing. Or if you're afraid that your car is going to be stolen, bam, you get on your little smartphone.
Jimmy John's. That ain't what the
drone says. That is not what the drone says. I'm looking at the map right here, and I see where the car is. So it's a great thing, security-wise, particularly if you have young people that are driving, you worry about them. So, and that is valued at $599. Wow. Donated by Mid-City Engineering, and the winner is.
Cheap. The winner is Miss Dorothy L. Smith.
All
Dorothy
right.
L. Smith.
Dorothy. Remember, you don't have to be present to win. You could be out there online. You could be.
She clicked her
out
heels
at the
3
club by now.
times,
Okay.
and she got a drone.
And she got a drone. All right. So the next, let's do the Lake Geneva weekend getaway.
Nice.
Geneva weekend getaway.
Wow.
So anybody who likes me, I hope that they won this one.
You know what's cool about
Because
Geneva?
I'd like to go.
It's far enough away so you can say that you're away, and it's close enough
Where you
here
get
to
back.
where you can get back.
You're not worn
Quickly.
out just trying to get there and
Yes.
back. There you go. And the winner is.
And the winner is.
And this is a weekend at the Grand Geneva Resort. Which
This is incredible. I pulled my own ticket.
Well, that's okay.
Yeah,
That's okay. You'll put that back in. No, just kidding.
No, the winner is Mr. Jim Wong. He's going to be going to Lake Geneva.
And that's interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Jim Wong happens to be our great donor for our custom kitchen cabinets, which is the grand prize.
wow.
Of the grand
How did that work
He
out?
deserves it. You're working very hard with those big warehouses on the south side. You need a weekend getaway.
Hey, let me just say this. Before we give away this next prize. I priced the price of some kitchen cabinets a couple years ago.
Yeah.
It's
Needless
rough.
to say, we still got the same cabinets.
Yeah.
You actually got I'll price the cabinets. We just got open fronts. You can just go grab the
Just
stuff
shelves.
out.
Just shelves.
That's all we
You can put some
have.
curtains in front of them if you like. I've seen that look. All right. And this is, before you read who the winner is, let's tell you what they won. If you don't, apparently it's more expensive to start your car from your window than it is to find your car from wherever you are. This is a remote starter. And for many years, you couldn't even add it to a car. This company actually invented one that Mercedes could use, and Mercedes didn't know how to remotely start their car, so they had to buy the technology from them. So it is a remote car starter. It's cold out.
Yes.
You want to start your car 5 minutes before you get in it?
I just start my car and don't even go get in it. I
just leave it there.
Just let it run.
It's valued at $1,000, and the winner is.
I love this name right here, right now. I would love to be in a Bid Wiz tournament with this name right here, Mr. Linwood O'Neal.
Oh yeah, he's winning.
That's a Bid Wiz name. That's a Bid Wiz name.
Linwood,
what you got? Folo, no Trump.
Okay.
Dealt this mess.
Linwood.
All right, Bid Wiz tournament. That's the next thing we're gonna do, Leon. All right.
Okay.
I'm down for that.
Well,
All right.
only if Linwood is gonna be on my
partner.
team.
Okay, so can somebody? I want before we lose track of who's won. You kept them in order, right?
I kept them in order.
What? All right. Okay, because I don't want the person to go on a trip and they really wanted the drone or what have you. All right.
The
So
final one is
the
the
grand. And could I have Vetris? Are you here? I want Vetris to pull this. Vetris is with Amber Leaf Cabinets.
Yeah, come on out here.
And the generosity here is, I realize that people
Vanna Black, ladies and gentlemen.
This is a very, very generous offer, and we've already talked about the economic impact of Amber Leaf and what they're doing over on the south side of those two, manufacturing and sales facilities, and to give this kind of a prize, which is just the cabinets, not the installation. It is a sink and a faucet, not the appliances. But as you know, if you've tried to redo a kitchen, it's the cabinets that kick the
sum, right? Yeah.
All right, and they're beautiful cabinets. This is not some plasterboard. This is some nice, lovely.
This is not Formica.
It's solid wood. No, I don't know. Formica's making a comeback. But anyway, okay, Vetris, would you please?
Formica's making a comeback.
Formica's to
sound like a girl I know in 3rd grade.
I said,
Come here, Formica.
And our winner is
Glenn Farley.
Glenn Farley.
Okay.
You want some new kitchen cabinets.
That's right. Thank you. Okay, so as we said, you don't have to be present here to win. We'll contact the winners. But I just want to thank you again for Amber Leaf Cabinets. And they're wonderful. And Amber Leaf has also offered to go to Clara's House Shelter and take a look at their kitchen situation and see what might need to be done. That's real corporate generosity, and we do appreciate it.
For coming out and pulling that last one. She really brightened it.
I know you're very excited.
Yeah,
glad to see her. Okay. All right, Leon. Thank you guys. Thank you guys.
Great.
Leon Rogers.
Thank
you.
And
my partner in everything we do for Clara's House for more than 10 years, Tony Sculfield, Morning Riot. It's a riot. It really is. And doing good in Chicago. We have had the pleasure of having donated performances by some of the best talent in this city, from this city that sometimes isn't even still here, but they come back and do good. This young man, I told him he looks the same as when I first met him. I think he's about 13, 14 years old then, but he is really
a little different now with that Jordan brand.
You got that Jordan brand?
Yeah, buddy.
All right. Lee England Jr., hip-hop violinist. This is not your father's violinist, though it may be.
Let me say this right this time, because I messed my man's name up the last time. George Jackson is accompanying him on guitar.
All right, play us out, guys. And thank everyone for your generosity. And we'll post the total online tomorrow. Bye-bye from Kennedy King College.